Ciao.
Hey guys, welcome in. 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. A couple hours left in a pretty exciting week, a pretty exciting afternoon really shaping up here. We are still red on the NASDAQ, but the Dow is showing a little bit of life here, trying to get back to positive territory, the first anyways, to get back to positive on the day. 0.07, 0.4 for the S&P, 1 full percent for the NASDAQ. Not sure we're going to get there for the NASDAQ, but if you missed it, it was the jobs report that came in this morning that kicked this selling off this morning in the pre-market. 8:30, we get that July non-farm payrolls number, comes in way higher than anyone expected. 250 expected, came in 528,000 jobs created in the U.S. last month. That was the main headline this morning. 0.2 for the TSX here in Toronto, back to the downside. 1.4 right now for Bitcoin, 4.5 still for Ethereum. Remember, this was up 8% at one point today. Bitcoin was up about 4% when we first sat down this morning. That's what the board looks like currently. A little bit of this, a little bit of that kind of a day. WBD is still down 15.5%, coming off disappointing earnings report. They were talking that up a lot this week. Analysts were expecting more from Warner Brothers on that report, but they did not come through. Yeah, Twitter with a little bit of a bump here this afternoon, 3%. Back to the upside for Twitter. These two up here, AES and CEG, both reported better than expected. Otherwise, utility stocks pretty red on the session, unfortunately. Energy higher along with oil. That is really the positivity in the market so far. Financials are positive on the day. So same story with some of the tech sector anyway. Software names are positive outside of Norton LifeLock. They reported not good. So yeah, a mixed bag as we head towards the weekend here. We'll see if we can't get heading back in the right direction. A ton of things moving around. That IPO is nuts. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about AMC, obviously, coming up here. An absolute monster of a move, once again, for AMC. Neil, in fact, speaking of, is going to lead the way with a look at one of his trades.
Congratulations to the apes out there, because AMC has to be the trade of the day just for the market move, the ability to reverse, understand that it doesn't matter what you think the fundamentals are. It is going to be reacting to the tape and reacting to the trade action. So we'll set the stage. Earnings weren't great. I think everyone understands that. It doesn't necessarily matter. Of course, they're also doing a preferred share dividend issue. Going to come out on the 22nd. Going to be ape on the NYSE there. Oh, look, the story is going to be deceiving to say it's up 12%. That's not the real story, because you actually gapped down and were down 10% on AMC. Gapping down 10%, not a good report. Hey, I was looking for a short this morning, and I was looking for a short off of 17 into about 17 and a quarter, just going back to lower high in the aftermarket when it plunged. Instantly, I mean, I'm in that trade. It's not that long, but I guess it's long enough to show up on two separate candles. It felt like a shorter trade than that. Instantly stopped out, and I was not even thinking about the fact that this was a bullish wick candle to the bottom, breaking the top, holding a higher low. And this is what happens when you get a little bit of a bias going against you, right? Like, you get away from an obvious signal right away at 9:30 that it's going up. And quite frankly, I had a bunch of shorts that I liked this morning that got blown out instantly. And you have to be able to get away from it and move on to the next. So I kept it as simple as possible. If you're going to do the whole moving freight train thing, sometimes the easiest way to go against your gut is to play the biggest momentum strategy that's easy for a day trader. 18 long break. Not even trying to hold it that long. I'm scalping it pretty tight, and then I get back in on a dip buy, scalp it again, get out. Once again, I'm not believing it. I'm thinking that's a failed break at 18. You're coming into VWAP, sort of overanalyzing it. We go another leg up, and this time, now you're all the way up at 19. The momentum is going absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead. Let's take the 19 break. I mean, I'm shorting it at 17. I'm barely holding on to it at 18. Let's take the 19 break and just get it right out. Okay, not too bad. We're able to take it. It floats all the way to 25s. Like, I'll hang on to a little piece of it and see what happens. No adding, no adding. Get a little piece out there in front of 20 even. And then it's like, well, let's take a 20 breakout. And this is where it might seem counterintuitive, and it quite frankly felt counterintuitive, to have less confidence in those breaks and more confidence in this one. But you have to understand that 20 is a much bigger psychological level. At this point, you probably have a bunch of shorts when it looked like it was failing there at 1960. Consolidating, everyone's looking for that pullback. Everyone thinks this has now gone too far. That 20 level, the bigger psychological level, this is the one that you definitely wanted to hit. And it's not an easy thing because you're essentially, you look at the chart and you're chasing up a $3 move on a stock with bad earnings. But you had to understand the velocity in the tape. It was magnetized toward that price. And when I tell you it was pretty clean through that 20 even area, ignore that dark pool wick, pretty clean through that 20 area, scalping some out at the quarter, taking another leg out in front of the 50s, and then playing it all the way to 21 even. Now, I don't know where the top is going to be on AMC today. What I do know is the momentum was unreal, and it was accelerating as the day went on. And that actually meant that there were better breakout longs later in the move, which is crazy. That being said, would have been nice to have been long at the bottom. Would have made the day a heck of a lot easier there on AMC. That's your trade of the day, brought to you by Day Trade the World. Get trades like this every single day. There's an opportunity out there. Get the capital you want. Wow, AMC.
What a monster. Yeah, big move back to the upside. It's worth noting, guys, GME begrudgingly going along with AMC this afternoon, trying to get back to day highs here. That's the link to the watch list. AMC was on that this morning. Make sure you grab that every single day. We send it out before we come on at 8:30, guys. You can use that QR code. But yeah, here we go. Here's GME just popping up on a volume scanner this afternoon, trying to get back to day highs as well. Obviously, nowhere near as big a move as AMC, but yeah, GME begrudgingly going along with AMC this afternoon. I saw a few people commenting on the jobs report this morning and how it was positive, but the reaction obviously a little bit negative initially for the market anyways. We're right back to basically where we started on the session. The point, I guess, to understand is that coming up next week, we'll get CPI first of all, and then in a couple of weeks, the September Fed decision and rate decision. So this essentially saying the job market is still very strong. There's still a ton of demand and not enough people to fill those roles. And therefore, the Fed can continue along with increasing interest rates as they see fit to control inflation, guys. So I don't know where we found that AMC logo, but it's a little Christmas-like for AMC today. Moon.
That's not the right color? That's not the right color, is it?
It's more about, I think everything's fine except for, there we go, Brendan said that small for the Santa Claus. I guess it's not an emoji.
I wonder if my eyes are okay.
There it is. There's the official one. I don't know what's the official one, but either way, well done on AMC today.
You know what's cool? So anyways, we were just saying this a second ago. Someone just asked in the chat, would be nice, why don't you guys email the watch list? All I will say is this. Hopefully look out for some changes along those lines in the future. That's the best I can tell you. Because truthfully, we try to just do whatever you guys like. So we've gotten that feedback. And we always try to hear that feedback. Brendan's absolutely right about the reaction to the jobs report this morning. It was, you had to be able to understand good news is bad news, and AMC sometimes, or bad news is good news, in either way around. And yeah, AMC exemplified that. But there's been a heck of a lot more than just AMC moving. Despite all of this, and I can tell you, everyone's eyeballs always want to be here when it's moving, but it's not the only game in town, right? Like you had Jet, like I'm in Beyond Meat, that was pretty crazy this morning too as well. A lot to watch here as the market's starting to fade off. So yeah, we did catch a bit of a bounce, not a bit, it was a huge bounce. It does feel like we're headed back toward those lows, however, everywhere except for Beyond Meat that's going against me.
You know what about DoorDash here? DoorDash continues to make a move downside there off of what was a good report. They reached $96 yesterday. So here's DoorDash right now in the report, up to 90 or up to 101 yesterday, 89.90 here in the pre-market, and since then it's been kind of a dip down to this $80 mark, and we are approaching $80 again right now on DoorDash. So I'm actually going to take a short here on Dash if we can get this name. But I know we're talking about AMC here. I mean, I had that early. You guys all know about that trade. There we go. Okay, good. We don't even have to pay for shorts on DoorDash. So right there, we do take that short. We're going to hold it against this $80.50 or so there on Dash just to see if it wants to continue to make a move down. We'll take that short through 80. We're now short at 80. $79.99 there on DoorDash. But yeah, look, we talked about that on our sticky note, and that was just get out at 18. Unfortunately, that's all that we did, man. We were short AMC, made money. Then once eventually it broke 18, we were out, which was great. grayed out at that time because it went to 1850, but then it dipped right back in, and obviously Bob's your uncle for the rest of this day. I am going to go long if we take down 2150. I don't know if that's going to happen again, but look at this 50 period here. Just forget about the move. Look, AMC's up 13%. It's a great move because a lot of us are on AMC and a lot of us own AMC, but there's other, like Neil said, 13%, like Carvana's up 35%, okay? So like this name can go a hell of a lot more. It doesn't even have to have retail. It can, well, it does have to have it, but it can just go more. Like 13% is not that high. I think we could take out this 2150. And I'm also, I don't know if we have GameStop now. Brendan was talking about there in sympathy. GameStop going to the upside too. I'm taking $40 break on GameStop as well. I mean, oops. Yeah, that's right. Our charts don't show that. So let me go over here. Whoops, still not very good there. But there it is right there. We're going to take a 40. I mean, 40 is all the way up here. So I mean, whether or not we get there or not, I don't know. But we'll see if that one's going to come out to play here. GameStop through 40, so we do all like that. I just did reload some of this guy here, AMD. So let's put a bid here on AMD at 71 and see if we can get a little bit out, as we've been really short. I have no idea why this isn't backfilling here.
Because you know what I did? I gave your charts the curse that mine have had. That's what I did.
I'm going to...
Because I have that problem like from time to time.
I'm going to clear the data because I remember I told you I was going to do this. You said you did it.
I do it all the
time. And it didn't work. So let me see. It's like flip back.
Nepa.
Flip forward.
Take a line from you.
Nepa.
That's you
right there. There goes AMD to the downside. A great trade here as we're just rocking. Also, look at Shopify to the downside. I know I'm skipping here, but Dash was next. I didn't even realize that. So we're short Dash. So Dash is going down. But also, here goes Shopify, another name that broke through VWAP. We took the short. I mean, that's the only reason we took it, really. It was breaking through VWAP. Plus, we had this nice little downside mover there on the name. So Shopify continues to make lower, but it's not moving that quickly. So I think we'll just take some bids out. But Shopify, a good one on this side.
I was going to mention that Dash report, but I mean, we covered it, so that's all good. All you need to know is it was good. The forecast was good. So Dash comes back into play here. I just saw WDC was volume. Beyond a squeeze, let's talk Beyond Meat. Not so good for BYND on the earnings front, guys.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Like, there's two things that went. Two things went horribly. One was bad, three things really, but I always lose shorting on Virgin Galactic on earnings. Every other day it's usually fine except for earnings. But I shorted Tesla at 900 and lost. Beyond Meat, this morning when the jobs number came out, it was a 200-point drop, and Beyond Meat was doing this, sort of tanked, had been gapping down. When you look at it, it's actually a big tank aftermarket on those earnings, but actually a bit of a gap up if you look at the actual bottoms there, but a gap down overall in the market. And in that 200-point drop, you can actually see, this is 830 on Beyond Meat. I'll zoom in to exemplify the point. 830 here, and it just does nothing. It just went sideways. And you tell me a stock with horrible earnings, with a 40% short interest, and we're saying it, 31 break high, it's squeezing. Nobody's selling it. Like, what else is going to happen when it's 40%? Now, I did have a stop order. It did not fill because I was not aggressive enough crossing it. And I noted when it was trading up here after it settled down in this consolidation, I was looking at 20-cent spreads when it was up here settling down. So I can only imagine, because I didn't have the level 2 up at the time. Well, I mean, I wasn't looking at the level 2. I was paying some attention to something else. Probably AMC getting stopped out short. And I didn't get the fill because I wasn't aggressive enough. However, this is a setup that has worked so many times, I can't even count how often this has been good. Over 20% short interest, gap down 10%, doesn't take the low, go for the squeeze play. The short usually is no good. And the thing about it is, when the short's no good, it's really no good. And if it works, fine, you're probably not going to get as much of an opportunity for it to go down as you're going to see on the squeeze. That's all come and gone. It made a top here at 39. It tried to break that top. When AMC, and this is not, when AMC got to its top, the current high right now, this is what happened to Beyond Meat. It pulled back in sympathy, reestablished 39 as the top. I've been shorting 39, scalping some here. 38.5 is mostly an average price. My first entry was at 60s. And then we're scalping some out at 38, trying to get some out at 37.5, and then see if it can break VWAP. At this point, just looking to see if we get the retracement in these squeeze names after they made a bit of a wick top there on Beyond Meat. But the real trade was 31 long. There's not too many trades that'll be that clean or that simple, but the concept was there even without the fact that it would not fall when the rest of the market was tanking at 8:30. Got to have these ones, got to be aggressive. I wouldn't use a market order, but I'd be a heck of a lot more aggressive next time.
So we are long right now into GME, so let's see if that one can moon right now as we take that long through 50. So long GME right now, and we'll see if it can make any money on that play. Let's just take out a little bit more of our AMD. We've been doing that here. The futures are trying to get back upside, so we've seen AMD go on runs here late in the day. We will short it again in the 80s and then get out if it breaks 103. So we are getting ready to do that if it does come through. Like I said, there's that 103 tick that didn't stop us out. So we take another piece out there on that. We're going to see if GME wants to go up to the upside right now. We put it on our sticky note beyond me, and it's, I think, the same thing that Neil was just talking about. Look at this, short on purpose. Like, this was done on purpose. They're short and then out at 32. Really the bad thing was not reversing into the long, as we get out at 32 and it almost instantly just rockets right up there to the upside. It does dance around a little bit, so we had the right spot. Like, the only time, maybe I can zoom in even more than this, the only time it danced around was a little bit right there at 32. Other than that, 33, 34, 35, 36, doesn't stop until 36.50. So, I mean, what a move for Beyond Meat. Probably some short covering in that name. I mean, all green side, upside right there for BYND. So Beyond Meat, just one of those names. 41% short interest. No surprise that ran right now. Uh-oh, AMC is getting a spicy meatball again. Nicely upside here for AMC as it's trying to go through this 2150 one more time. Looks like they're back over here and maybe they forgot about GME. So GME still in the money on GME, or flat anyways, it's right here. But we are gonna watch AMC. We will get punched into the long, remember, if we take out that 2150, and then we'll give it back to 21. I mean, it's just that simple. We'll give it 50 cents worth of room, and hopefully this thing can moon here into the afternoon and make a great opportunity to sort of catapult us into the weekend, which I don't know why Pratt thought maybe it was a holiday again. We had a holiday here in Canada on last Monday, not this Monday there, Trader Pratt. So, okay, yeah, let's see what happens. We're short DoorDash now, we're long GME, long AMD, or short AMD. You can see them all, they're short Shopify, but that's that. On to the next, Brendo.
Had that MEGL, that IPO, teeny tiny little IPO, was a Chinese stock. This is about the second or third now additional Chinese name that I've seen pop up in the last 20 minutes or so. BQ in New York starting to go. Lucas, if I could interrupt. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, this BQ in New York just popped up on pretty heavy volume again. MEGL, that crazy IPO, a Chinese name. This one looks to be a bit of a sympathy play starting to pick up in volume. Let's talk about Twilio, because that was a bit of a disaster today. Another one back to the downside. Thought I had it queued up, but I don't. Twilio, yeah, big miss for them. Forecast not good for TWLO.
Yeah, you lose, it was like 3.5 times expected loss or whatever it was, so not good, and there was no squeeze for them. Look, I wanted to short this thing. I think it was 87 at the open that I was looking for. Never really got that price, and sometimes you just don't want to have to fight it. There was enough to trade that it didn't have to force this one, because it was already failing when we opened at that price at 87. Could have been sitting in it, I suppose, pre-market, but this feels a little bit like a nothing burger. It caught a bounce off of 80 even. I think that's going to be worth noting in the coming days and weeks. You have any kind of push to the downside, you gotta understand that 80 wipeout bottoms tend to matter, because you get a liquidity vacuum. Where do the buyers step in? Well, they wanted it at 80 and they got it. So watch out for that in the coming days. I don't see much of a trade in Twilio unless it's at that 87.
I did not want to interrupt, but I was kind of like anxious here. AMC is at 2150, so AMC's getting ready to rock right now. We will take that long, like I said, just making sure that the order is set up. I believe it is. I don't even have them alphabetically here. Yep, AMC. Okay, good. A break of 50, and we'll be in this. But it just ran to that high again. So, you know, I don't want to put a short on, because these volumes don't mean anything right now. Like, when you're looking here at level 2, like, that's nothing. It's just going to whip through these levels. So don't look at this if you are tape reading or you're you are here with us at Day Trade the World. Just ignore like all the size that you see basically on any stock these days. Remember what the thing you're not seeing is these D prints, right? These dark pool, like I don't know what the volume is nowadays, but I thought like back in the day it was something like 70-something% of the volume on AMC was done through the dark. So if you're going to sit here and try to read tape like that, it's not going to work. The only thing you want to look at is sort of the velocity of these prints and like how fast they're coming through, to which side to the next, so on and so forth. And then if you do see some games being played, that's a completely different story. But as far as size and stuff like that, if there's any games, Neil and I will obviously point those out to you. You know, like people stacking bids and things like that. You know, sometimes things are illegal, sometimes they're not. We'll look out for those to see if we do see anything. But right now, there it is, AMC up 15% on what is, I don't know, Ape Day is, I guess, going to be the 22nd. Shareholders of record as of the 15th will each get one Ape share for every AMC share that you own. We talked about that yesterday, that I had a feeling there was some creative accounting coming through at some point, and there it is right there. Are we going to talk about Lyft? No, we're not. But right now, Lyft, off of 18. Shout out to you, SneakerCon. What's up, my man? He said he put on some nice shares down here at 18. So great move upside right there, Lyft. We have the complete bottom of the day on this name. It doesn't look like we're long right now at 18. We're long at 19, but that was our big trade. We put on, this was actually an accident to get more, but we're happy we did as Lyft right now at the high of the day as well. So yeah, back over to you there, Brendo.
Excitable in here this afternoon. Some noise in the background. We'll continue along. However, we're watching some of the payment fintech type companies this morning coming off of Block. Jack was on the call last night talking about Bitcoin and its move to the downside over the first part of this year, hurting their current quarter, hurting what is to come going forward in the year. However, nice move back to the upside here, guys, initially after this tank aftermarket last night. But wow, what a move higher today initially for Square.
I wish I had reversed and started going long Square like we did in AMC, because it would have been a different story. Like Square, I was looking at that 83. It was gapping down. I'm like, okay, pressure on it. Earnings not that fantastic. The quarter below 83, short it, give it to the 84, easy peasy, in and out. That lasted a little bit longer than the AMC short did, but the reversal was probably just as explosive. I mean, sometimes you always want to do this, and you should do this, and sometimes you can get directionally biased. Free Fall Friday, maybe I should blame Prad for thinking something like that. No, you shouldn't. But every time there's a key decision point. The reason why you have a stop is because it's a decision point, at least you believe it's a decision point in the market. So I was right that it was a decision point. I was just wrong not to reverse it, because the second it hit that stop, it's explosion. Like on a 15-minute, it is ridiculous how much Square exploded. It was unreal. Like you have essentially a $9, $10 move. So the concept, the concept of where it was going to be a key point of decision is one part of it. The other part of it is being flexible to either direction of the trade, right? It's a lot easier sometimes for a meme stock to just be like, when it gets going, you just sort of join the party. It's a little bit different when it's something you usually think about a little more fundamentally. But a great move for Block here today. It did eventually now reject the top, this previous top from yesterday at 91. So I'll be looking at, this is more 90, 75 or so. I'll be looking at that for resistance this afternoon on Block. The early morning wick top, I'm going to throw that out, look to this 90, 75 or so, and say if we get anywhere near that, I think it's going to be a bit of a short. And someone just said, do you think MEGL can be a meme stock? Quite frankly, no. And well, it depends. I don't know how you guys define meme stock, because GameStop and AMC are still at prices that if you bought it from the very beginning, they lasted a very long time in the attention, doing volume, holding high gains. Even if this MEGL holds above that $4 issue price for a couple of weeks, it ain't going to be that much longer. Like, we're not going to be talking about it in a year. We're still talking about AMC. So Meagle, or whatever this Magic, what did you say?
It's Magic Empire.
Magic Empire. We're not going to be talking about Magic Empire next month, let alone next year. So
go ahead. No, I was going to say it's a fintech. So it's right on point there. So you hammered it. It's a Hong Kong fintech name, Magic Empire. Okay, quickly over to my screen again, Lucas, if you can, because we have AMC one more time looking at that 50. It's basically the high of the day. I mean, give or take 56. I'm going to go long on 50. I mean, if magically it stops at 56 again, Okay, but I mean, I don't think that's what's going to happen, so let's wait to see here. We're going to go long 50, so is everybody else in the world. I hope I've crossed up far enough. There it is, so I'm in. So,
you don't have to cross that
I got 50, yeah, so I got 53.5 there. So here we go. We are now long on AMC, so let's go Apes Unite, man. Let's go like this. We are at the carnival today. We are smoking one. We're going to get diamond hands right here, and we're going to go Ape Nation, because here we go. A nice little move, and like always, man, that move happens. Let's see if we can't take some out on the upside. There it is. I mean, we have an upsized position, so let's go upside now for AMC. Come on, Apes, let's go. We can get this to the upside right now as we punch long through that 2150, and here we go again. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I have AMD, AMC, Dash, GameStop, Lyft, and Shopify. Geez, I have 6 names on right now. Little overwhelmed. GameStop right now, there's an out for us on that as that takes out 39.50, and we take a nice out there. Holy, we on one right now. Oh my God. So let's just keep on watching these trades. Good thing we got something out there as it just retraced back in a little bit. So there's my best out, 71 on AMC. The story ain't over yet though, guys. Let's just wait to see where it goes. Our out's gonna be 21. Hopefully we don't get tagged, but it might come back in. And if it does, we have our out.
Yeah, I find with the breakout, always want to make sure you're taking some profit, because when it slams down like this, if you're holding the whole bag, you're going to be put to a decision. So it's now in that pullback phase. The last candle was about 21 and a quarter. If it gets to 21, I think it really gets put to the test. I have a semi-hedge with Beyond Meat being kind of a squeeze stock. If we absolutely tank, I figure Beyond is going to be pretty good. But GameStop, by the way, if we continue this move up, we see 22, that GameStop 40 is going to come into play. And it's worth mentioning, before the split, 160 was resistance on GameStop. So that 40 isn't just a level from, it's not just yesterday. Like, that's a big level on the daily chart over there in GameStop.
All right, so like I said, I mean, I have to manage these positions. This is absolutely nuts. Big tank there for AMD just came in. Oh yeah, by the way, as if I don't have enough positions, enter Apple right now. So we do take the short in Apple as well right now. So that one's gonna come in hopefully to the downside, as this is now a 15-cent winner. Wow. Okay, I got asked for a raise. Self, do I deserve a raise? No. Okay, so let's just keep on going. There we go. AMD to the downside. Bang on that one. Apple moving. I sound like Pratt here, but I'm fine. Let's just go. 63s. There we go. We'll take another profit out there for Apple. Let's just go. This has been awesome. I don't even want to look at my net because right now it's just banging up back and forth here. DoorDash, take the winner on that one. Bang. As DoorDash goes down into the 80s, we take 20 cents on that. Lyft, 94 cents in the money. Lyft, we are getting out if this breaks through 20, so watch out for that. There goes AMD to the downside. Bang on that one as well for AMD, so let's just keep this party started. The only thing that ain't working right now is our friendly neighborhood giant, AMC.
Yeah, you're getting a pullback in those meme stocks right now. So I just saw like 50-cent drop there. I was still in Beyond Meat here, and it got from like 38.70 all the way down like 50 pennies. I'm not taking anything out. I have a 37.80 bid. I'll probably take some more out at 38 if it can get there. If it stalls out at the same price. I've taken 38s every single time. So I might step that bid up just a little bit. One other short that I've been in, I don't want to say that I've been in it all day long because I haven't, but most of the day, been in Alibaba shorts. And Alibaba, every single day I come in looking for a short opportunity in Baba. It tried to take out the high and get to 94. It did not. We traded it, trailed out at 92. And then it retook that 92 bottom, and I've been shorting off 92 and then working it down to a current low of 90.70. So Alibaba, let's just go back to the well with this thing. And the key for me was when the market was making its reversal all the way to the upside, this is what the NASDAQ did. Flush at 8:30 in the morning, we bounced that open, got all the way back toward those highs. A huge move, and Baba was just lagging the entire time. It didn't really even want to sniff some of those earlier prices, so relative weakness was in, and we decided Baba was going to be a short. And as long as it trends down, I've pretty much been looking for those shorts in Baba. They're starting to come in there. Got to watch out for this last third of my AMC because, I mean, if these memes all go down at once, I mean, AMC's probably going to go with it.
Yeah, I'm actually... It's funny, great minds think alike, so I don't know why Neil's thinking like me, because I just got out right there of GameStop for completely flat. So we took profit while It's flat. So we took profit up there for a little bit when it was running, and then we just got out right now. No point in being in this one when we have the biggest and the baddest of them all right now. AMC. So let's go. We'll continue to watch this. We do have Stephanie coming up soon, guys, as well. Who is Stephanie? You're going to find out very, very soon. As this market, who let the dogs out? We're going to wait to see what happens here on the market, though, with Stephanie going to be sitting beside Brendo. So stay tuned for that one coming up very, very soon. That was already teased on our earlier show, so might as well do it again. Look what's happening right now. Uh-oh, bang alert one more time, because there goes Shopify as well, as that's coming back into the downside right now off of a nice little win here. Again, you know, we're on one right now, boys. So there it is, a nice little move. Look at that. Look at that move for Shopify. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, for that. Shopify coming in. AMC, Shopify, DoorDash, Lyft. Oh, my God. Man, this is going to be a fun one. Someone send me the beer over here. It's Friday, and it's Free Fall Friday, it looks like right now. Taking it on. Taking one from Prad right there. I hope he's short. I don't know what he's short. What do you got on, Prad? Oh, he's got the triple Qs, Neil. This man is stepping it up.
Short absolutely anything. Tesla just hit low of the day as well. Look, it's obvious, like 865 on Tesla. This has been probably the biggest dog in the market that isn't some kind of tiny small cap or whatever it is. It's 865. I'm looking at 850. 857 is that level to the downside. I just took another leg out there beyond, but this is like, it's flush city at this point. AMC looks like it is going to be going one more time. So one more time to the top side goes AMC. So it tried to flex down to 21 even, couldn't do it. Now we're back up to 75. If it gets to 75, or you know what, I'm just going to take some out right here. If it puts a double top in, it's not a decent tune.
It's
One More Time?
Tune. Yes, man, it's a decent tune.
I know why you like this song. You know that One More Time dance song?
Of course people know
There was
it.
a bar at Laurier where Sean went to school, and they at the was it not the Rev?
Turret.
The Turret. That was the main campus bar. And they used to play that every single Friday. There was one set that they had, and the same bloody DJ would open it up with One More Time. Then it was the next 5 songs with the same thing, and you'd hear it at midnight every single time. It was ridiculous, man.
Yeah. There's what's that 112 with Biggie Smalls? There's a whole bunch of those.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
what was the DJ's name?
trendy.
I remember the guy too.
I know who it is. I don't know if we should say it, but I'll tell you about privately. I don't know if we should. You know, pump people up here. I don't know if he wants it, but whatever. Wasn't it DJ Mr. Jigs or Jigs or something?
That was it.
It was something like that. So shout out to
I saw that guy at a steakhouse one time.
Yeah, I know exactly. So he was a friend
what
at
am I
that
talking
point, but I just don't know if he's still in the game. So, okay, there goes AMC again to the upside, but Brendan's got some news for us. What up, Pete?
On Meta, in fact, guys, this note just coming across, they've agreed to pause an acquisition, apparently, of this virtual reality company Within Unlimited Incorporated from Bloomberg, just popping up. So there was a little volume there on Meta.
I did see that note come through actually there. So I don't know what that means exactly. Pause its acquisition of a virtual reality company. So I guess they're just going to lose all the money themselves in the Meta division instead of passing it off to other companies. But you know what? I like that they're doing it themselves. And their Only You was the track.
That's the one.
Yes, that's when they just kept on pumping that one. Or Mo Money, Mo Problems. You know, that's the one. Throw your rollies in the sky. Wave your hands high. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we've got lots pumping through there. Here we go.
I could go all day.
Yeah, exactly. That one, even I could rhyme off. But we don't have enough likes for that. You know, the last thing I want is a record deal. You know, because then I'd be away from here, and that would be it. Like I don't mind Neil doing it. You know, but I don't know. I just don't want to get signed. I don't want to have that decision because I'm the people's trader, and I'm not leaving here. You know, next thing I know, OVO, Drake, someone's watching this. Then the next thing I know, he's flying over to my house. You know, wasn't that guy?
Where the ass he gonna land? Actually,
he's gonna land on my roof, man. I have one of those helipads. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Behind the backyard, you know, like there's enough room that you can.
There's enough room behind my backyard. Yeah, exactly. But here we go again, man. This is what it's all about. It's AMC
2185.
It's AMC time. Back up to the high of the day again. We are on one today.
Take it to the way this has worked for. I went to Amazon instead. The way this has worked on AMC, take it to the next breakout, right? Like pay yourself to the next break and then just take the next break. And then that way, yeah, like it's every single obvious break has been pretty good on the way up. I can't, like 20 was good, 21, then 21.50 was a double top. That breakout's been pretty solid. And then now 22 is coming. I jokingly said 25 I would go short. And
Don't
you know,
do it.
Look, I probably would. 25, yeah, I'd probably short 25. Just like, not abstractly, but like it gets there, I'm going to take a shot at 25. But we're $3 away. Let's be real about that for a second. There's plenty of room between here and 25. I'm going to, on this little mini pop here in the market, I'm going to reload on some Alibaba and try and keep on playing that to the short side. I'm looking at big tech for something else, maybe a bottom pick or something. I went to look at Meta, but it wasn't moving off that news. So pretty much nothing there. Although, come on, load. Meta has made a nice wick bottom through 166. So it didn't move that much on that news, but you have a little bit of a wick bottom through 166. I was shorting it earlier through 166.5, got away from that. It looks like it is a decent long. If the market wants to try to make a bit of a bottom here, pretty decent long with a wick off bottom, 166 here on Meta. You give it to that low of the day, it's about 20 cents worth of risk there.
Yeah, I'm just canceling all my stop orders here because honestly, like I have so many of them just flying through right now. Okay, let's get this out. Just check back in on Lyft. So Lyft did hold out okay to the top side there. We still are obviously long from 18, then again from 19. So Lyft still holding out for that high side one more time. But you know what, guys? We might as well just do this right now. Let's spin it. It's money, because there goes AMC right now to that upside, taking down 22 right now. So it's starting to go. We are long right now at 21.39 on some reloads right there. We talked about taking that 50 break, then reloading it. Look at it, respect the 50 period. So it's AMC, it's Ape Nation. Let me just find that little graphic here today. And there it is to the upside. There goes AMC. Watch out for that 22 break. It is on one right now. AMC, 89 million shares. Get ready for your 1 Ape share per every common on AMC. That should come in on the 22nd. Let's see where that goes. That should also be fun to trade. But hey, it's AMC day, baby.
Oh, here it comes right now. 98.99 on the offer. Some size, 100,000 shares on the offer. It doesn't matter. Like, it's actually better that there's some size when you really think about it. There's better that there's size there. Something to chew through. People selling, people shorting. That way, when it goes through, there's just a little bit more juice to the move there. It's about to go right now. Come on.
Yeah, I actually heard someone behind me say that's a lot of size. I was going to turn around and say Nepa.
No, it's not.
Because that's not a lot of size.
I didn't get the fill that time.
There's no such thing as a lot of size on AMC. I'll tell you why, because I already talked about that. It's the dark pool situation. It doesn't, whatever you see is just lit shares. Like that was 90,000 shares there. It's done 90 million shares today. So that's not going to matter, right? When people come in there and they have to hedge out of positions, look at this squeeze, and we have this, baby. So let's go. This is 22.22 right now. Your boy is on one right now. We have this, Neil. You have this. We all have this. So we've got this.
I'm just mad because that's the first break that I actually missed on AMC. Every day I've got every single even break.
You tried it again, eh?
No, I tried the break again, but it's been giving you twos or threes every time. That's the first time I wasn't able to get that one. So it'll happen, man. The longs are pretty good here anyways, and I'm sure there'll be a dip for a reload. We'll be able to get that. But 22.50, I mean, like every single 50 cents, you're probably going to want to take it out. But like if this is going up, I got to go back over to Beyond Meat because this is like, understand that it's not about the fact that all squeeze stocks and meme stocks are the same. But the last thing I need is this going too high on AMC, dragging some of these bad boys with them, and then all of a sudden we're breaking the channel in Beyond Meat. At this point, you're not breaking this lower high, which is good. If AMC crashes, I got this thing to the short side, and I think I can play it back into VWAP. And it is like we're getting ever closer to that $40 level on GameStop, right? Like GameStop, double top there. It's actually, don't have to worry about the split adjust because that's 160. So you go 4-to-1, that's $40 right there. It's a monster level on the daily chart. It's an obvious level in the short term as well. So AMC's on one. There is that 22.50. It doesn't take long, does it?
Like honestly, guys, like I mean, it's not like it's a speechless situation or anything right now because I mean we've seen this happen before. I mean it's not. This is just a stock. Remember when I started the show? I mean, I wish I would have clipped this and I said AMC's up 13%. That is not anything to like write home about. We can go up more. Uber was up 20%, right? There we go. Now you're up 21%, and we take another piece out there at 56. I think we took a piece out at. Now we're waiting at 22.65. Let's just, I was going to cancel that one, but hey, here we go again, man. A nice little upside move one more time. I'm going to get some out of Shopify because Shopify went all the way down, and I kind of been ignoring this. You know, money is money. It doesn't really matter what stock you're on. I got to just not throw the baby out with the bathwater here. I mean, I got to be able to sit here and trade everything. So right now, AMD is a nice little win as well. 65 cents in the money on AMD as that comes back in. Like, I have no idea what's going on with our charts here, so I do apologize for that. But here we go. AMD coming right back in right now to this bottom side. So yeah, today's definitely a good day for me. Apple downside as well. That's working out. Lyft, Shopify, and then what's really not moved was DoorDash. I thought DoorDash had a chance to get to the downside as well. But right now, man, all my focus, as should yours be as well, is on this AMC move. What a monster right there. I gave up.
Sorry, one of the ones that's up more than
on GameStop.
One of the ones that's up more than AMC. Watch out, Carvana is kind of creeping back up to the high. This is the stock that's up the most, up 40%. Well, maybe there's that silly IPOs up more than that, but this counts. So 48.50 is the current high on Carvana. 50 is an obvious psychological level. The volume was dying on this. Now it's starting to pick back up here. Again, short interest, post earnings, get a good print, and they're getting squeezed on this bad boy too. So these tops could all come in at once. I'm not saying 23 in AMC at the same time as 40, at the same time as this 48.50 high, but if they all come at the same time, that is pick one, because what can happen is if you get a few squeeze names all reaching highs at the same time and you get a few failed breaks, you could have a rug pull and then one will follow the other and you get a bit of a cascade. So just be careful when you're going long at the top if you're picking more than one of these. And I like the GameStop 40, so I wouldn't be punching Carvana when I'm intending on likely taking an even break on a GameStop at the same time as AMC. I wouldn't add Carvana to that.
Look, if you guys are like me and you're asking yourself, who is Stephanie? I'm wondering, like, who is Stephanie? We retweeted about 30 things there, and it's all on our socials. So very, very soon, you will also find out who is Stephanie, and that's going to be coming out very, very soon. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask Stephanie a couple questions, like, can I call her Steph? Can I call her S Money?
I already know the answer to
what kind of names can we call her? So that's gonna be very exciting to me to find out about that. I also got someone tweeted at me and was like, yo, I live right around the corner. Can I swing by? Hell yeah, you can swing by. Anytime you want to swing by, come in here. Tony's our security guard, so if you can get by him, you are welcome to come in.
I thought Sharif was our security.
Yeah, but Sharif is taking the day off.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't mean you can come today. I mean, you come today if you want, but it's 2:41, you feel me? But anyways, traders behind us, traders to the left of us, traders to the right of us. But make sure that if you do come in, send an email, marketing@tradertv.live.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know that you are coming in so that we can make sure that Tony doesn't taser you because he doesn't understand that you're coming in on here. Call me, maybe. Yeah, what's up, Damien? What's up to everybody there? Can you call? Yeah, we'll see Stephanie coming through very, very soon. And by the way, we got that 65 print, and then we just took a 40 print. So let's wait to see here. We're about 30% left of our AMC trade. So I'm not really pure diamond handing this one again. But again, everybody trade as themselves, right? We're not giving financial advice on how to trade this position, hold it or not. This is what Neil and I are doing. We have to be flat at the end of every single day. So for me, if I didn't have to be flat, this might be a name that could have some carry through on Monday. So just watch out for that. And then GameStop was my biggest mistake. I got out because I was like, I just wanted to focus on AMC. Paid off because we reloaded at AMC, et cetera, et cetera. But GameStop was another one that we had. That should be 50 cents in the money. But you're right, Neil. I am taking this 40 break anyways. So, should have held on to it. I'm fine with it, but I do want to go long 40 here.
Yeah, and as for things to short, I did reload BOBA. It's about 10 cents in the money, but GameStop's at 40, so that's going to be the first thing we're looking at here. We're creeping up toward that 39 on Beyond Meat. I don't want that to get taken out, but reality is if GameStop's taking this high and AMC continues higher, then we're probably getting through that 39 on Beyond Meat. You got to be able to accept that. I'll take the hit there and reverse it along into the other ones. It's not really a hedge. It just sort of... It's an unintentional hedge. I was shorting Beyond Meat when the craziness happened, and it's alongside in these other trades, but it ends up working out in that regard. Also, watch out for Amazon here before we get to GameStop. Amazon's been barcoding off this 140 level. The market takes another leg down, and it's been like this is a huge support. And this chart has some wicks on it. Is my 15 better? Yeah, the 15 minutes a little bit better for Amazon, but it's been holding out this 140, making bottoms just below it. we get below that price on Amazon, it's like that 42. It's just like another leg to the downside. So if you're following the market movers a little bit, like things that'll follow the actual indexes. Note Amazon is showing some serious signs of weakness if it gets below that 140. About to go to my man Brendo, but that long on Meta off the low of the day, that just took first target in there, just got up to 166.40s.
Let me do something here.
Oh, go for it.
Will we soon find out who is Stephanie? Let me see. This is going to be the one that tells us the truth, without a doubt. See, this is how you know that this thing is not playing around. I think it's like 0 for 10, but here we go. It's going to be 1 for 11. So let's go back over to Brendan and our special new person.
On point is the 8-ball. You have seen a brand new, very friendly face on the show over the past few days. We are so happy to finally have a proper introduction to our brand new team member to Trader TV Live. You will see her more and more often, mostly on the afternoon show about this time of day. She is a futures trader primarily. She has been a funded futures trader for the past 2 years. And we are so thankful and so happy to welcome Stephanie Peeve.
Hello, guys. How are you doing today? I'm glad to be back and finally be able to share a little bit more information about myself, talk about my journey, my trading and whatnot. So I'm definitely glad to be here and happy that we're doing this interview.
It's been a week in the making, let's put it that way, but we're happy to have a conversation and get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
Tell us, to start things off, a little bit about your background. Where'd you come from? Where'd you grow up? How did you get to this point today?
Yeah. So born and raised in the city, Toronto. I have a background in finance. I come from the corporate world in terms of financing and structuring deals, evaluating credit for new and existing businesses. And then from there, I quickly transitioned to trying to become a full-time day trader.
You worked in the restaurant credit business, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, which has been taking a big dump throughout COVID for the past 2 years, ironically. It's nonetheless to say that I made the transition from that industry to full-time day trader. It kind of just happened to be that way. But since I was young, I just always had a passion for the stock markets. So
it's interesting. We were talking a little bit beforehand, and you were explaining how there's similarities between the two. And stay with me, we'll make a connection here. And I really like the point that you made in the sense that every day is different. And every day you're talking to a different opportunity, you're looking at a different opportunity to finance. And it's very similar when you get into the world of the stock market in the sense that every day is very different, every trade is very different, and you thought that was a good compatibility.
Yes, so in terms of credit, individual or business, you're structuring every deal different. And when it comes to the stock market and numbers, every moment is unique. And just like a puzzle piece, if you have 100 pieces, you're missing one piece out of that puzzle, you want to get that piece and you want to have that challenge. And every day, although I love structure, I'm not a routine-based person, and I love waking up, coming into the market, structuring how I'm going to take a short, to take a long, finding out my key levels and making those trades. And each and every day and each and every even second is a unique moment that will never be the same. And that's what I love about it.
All right, we're going to get into the trading side of Stephanie's journey here coming up in a second. But guys, if you have any questions for Miss Stephanie Peeve, please throw them in the chat. Neil and Sean are going to jump in here in a few minutes, and if you have anything you would like to know, do that now. We'll get to some questions coming up. Let's start talking about trading.
Yes.
Tell us how you got into the market. What was attracting you to equities first, and then we'll get into the rest later.
Yep, so why I initially started with equities. So I started with equities, I jumped to options trading, and now futures trader solely. So I started with equities because just like all of you guys, you're starting off with a small account. You have limited capital. So you say, what can I do? So you start to turn to penny stocks. I've taken losses in penny stocks. Then from there, once you build up an account, you just test out different markets and see what works for you, from small caps to large caps, and just trying new things and seeing what sticks and works. And from there, of course, you build up your strategy, you build up your account, and you just keep moving forward.
Tell us about maybe a challenge or two that you ran into when you first got into the equity side of things.
So with equity side of things, as you guys may know, with penny stocks and low floats as well, you can have rug pulls that are very unexpected. And I'll never forget my biggest loss, one that sticks in my mind. I'll be transparent here. It was $1,000. I built my account up to $1,000, and I knew that the market had the possibility to turn on me. And market movers and makers and manipulators, can push a stock so easily, and sometimes it could only be one person. And I got caught in one of those, and I blew up my whole account. So
everyone has one of those stories. It's okay. We've all been there. Tell us a little bit about how you then transition towards options first and then into the futures world.
Yep, so focusing on options, I primarily just traded SPYs and the Qs, and then from there I transitioned to futures. For me personally, why I prefer that market is I do find a lot of stability. I'm a technical chart-based trader. As some of you guys may know, now you know that it's revealed. And my levels stick, and they're very controlled moves, whether on the upside or the downside to the market, and that's why I prefer to stick with futures.
A lot of the challenge in getting to a point where you're comfortable in the market and making a little bit of money on a consistent basis is finding that idea, finding that strategy, finding that trade, even if it's only one, that tends to work for you and that makes sense to you. How did you come to yours?
So I have a systematic-based approach that has to do with all chart trading, technicals, levels, that I will further discuss as we carry on. I can't just spill all my secrets now, but that is what I focus on as a trader.
So key levels and then working off of those key levels depending on what the day is.
Yep.
Amazing. If we do have, guys, some questions, we'll bring in Neil and Sean here to join our conversation.
Hey, Stephanie, what's up?
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, thanks. Great. Thank you for the introduction. I think everybody in the chat is very, very happy and blessed to have a female face with the education that you have. So, we welcome you to the show. My question is, and we didn't talk about this because you talked about equities, you talked about futures. Is there any interest on your part as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned?
So I've dibbled and dabbled into investing with cryptocurrency. I'd call it more of a speculation, a gamble. So the amount that I've put into it, I've been comfortable knowing that if I completely lose it, that's okay. So it's just gambling for me.
Okay, yeah. Hey, same for me, actually, right now.
That's good advice.
As we're not too sure. So one more question, and I'll give it over to Neil. What do you think your biggest sort of, because now that you're here with Trader TV Live, obviously, you'll be looking at a few equities with us, I'm sure, and start to learn how to trade that. What is, now that you starting to look at equities a little bit, what do you find, might be a possible struggle for you in going from the futures market over into equities? And not to say that you're going to solely trade futures or equities or whatever, but is there something that you're noticing right now in the few weeks that you've been here sort of practicing on our software and whatnot that you're seeing any sort of issues or hurdles maybe in learning to trade equities?
Yeah, so just a thing from futures to equities, of course I can always make minor adjustments to my system to fit it. However, getting used to the environment, getting used to the new software and whatnot when it even comes to just executions, that is and has been a little bit of a hurdle for me. But I'm definitely comfortable and confident that with time I will manage. We
are confident as well. First off, I'm going to call you Steph because you said it was cool when we met. But my question is one from the audience here, and I love this question. If you could give one piece of advice to new traders, obviously you had your own journey, so what is that one thing you would tell any new trader when they're starting out, whether it's like their first month or their first quarter, what's that one thing?
Yep, honestly, my one piece of advice would be patience. Have patience. You're going to come into a lot of obstacles when it comes to finding a strategy that works for you. There's a ton of options and ways to make money in the market as well as lose money, and you have to be willing to go through trial and error and consistently back testing different strategies and being able to adjust them as well, and just have the patience and stick through it.
Just one more here if I can.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming in from the audience. Ahmed here is saying, what is your advice for people who have full-time jobs and try to swing trade?
Yep, so I would just suggest whenever you have the time, whether it's before work or after work, screen time. Screen time is very important. So study the markets, look at charts, review charts before work and after work, and just get comfortable with that. Just because you have a full-time job doesn't mean you need to jump into a trade and whatnot. You can just keep studying, keep getting comfortable, keep adding screen time because it will pay off in the future.
Amazing. Great advice. We are thrilled, as always, as I mentioned, to welcome Stephanie to the team. I had another question that I wanted to ask, and that was on the instrument side of things. You're primarily looking at the ES.
Yes.
We've had a few people mentioning futures, but what futures? You will, however, also look at other markets in the same time.
Yes, correct. So the reason why now I stick to ES, as I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, in comparison to NQ, the NASDAQ, it does move a bit quicker and it is a little bit more volatile. So in terms of comfort levels, I do switch between both of those markets. And of course, I do look at crude oil and occasionally natural gas. So I will be looking at all of those.
Someone is interested, Ms. Stephanie, about your best and worst trades and what they taught you.
Best and worst trades. With both my best and worst trades, what I can say that I've learned, coming back to actually my piece of advice for new traders, is the patience. When I made my worst trades, I didn't have the patience for the entry that I wanted, and I just jumped in there so quick because, of course, fear of missing out on that trade. And then with my best trade as well, I had the patience. I waited to make that execution to get the price I wanted. And so it all ties back into that same piece of advice.
I love that. And I love the sense that, you found something that makes sense to you. There's no, obviously wrong answer here if it's working. What would you say to someone who, might not be there yet, understanding exactly what is working for them, but has a few ideas that are going along in that direction? How did you get to a point where you said, okay, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, so I just found what was comfortable for me. So for example, in terms of, you hear Sean and Neil talk about the 50 period, and just learning why that's significant and important, and adjusting that to you. So maybe if you're not comfortable with the 50 period, drop it down to a 20 period or even possibly a 10, and just building off of others' ideas and their core foundation, of course, because they both have 20 years of experience, and just adjusting it to you.
Yeah, and it's such great advice, and spending the time to understand exactly what the idea is, what the strategy is, and make sure it makes sense to you. Stephanie Peeve is going to be with us on a daily basis. You're going to see her more and more and more on this show. As I mentioned, we are thrilled to have you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Let me be the first to say it's going to be a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys, and I'm glad we finally did this interview, and I'm glad I get to talk more about myself and my experience, and you'll be seeing me on the daily, so stay tuned.
Holla. Okay, so now we know who is Stephanie.
There we go.
Finally, our producer,
Secret's
can
out.
finally rest at night and everything like that, knowing who Stephanie is, and that everybody else now knows who Stephanie is as well. So now we can call her Steph. That's good, Steph Curry.
A little better than Steph.
Yeah, she's going to be shooting some bigger threes than that, so we'll wait for that. But
From
thanks,
outside
Steph,
the building.
from coming out, behind no look passes and whatnot into the thing there. So, but all right, but we are a trading show, so thanks, Steph, for coming through on that one, and let's just review some things that have happened while that interview was going on. So thanks, Brendan, for that as well. There it is. So GameStop, we were able to get something out at 50. So we got some out at 40.42, literally the high there. Just sat there. We were always going to get something out in front of 50. So just kind of lucky that it stopped there, to be honest with you. I didn't see anything in the chart or any reason to get out. It just ran up, filled me there at $40.40. Or 40.42. We got that fill, which is a penny away from the day's high, and it's just pure luck. There's absolutely nothing else to do with that. We sat there, got the fill, but now we're trying to be smart about it, and we reloaded at 40. So let's see, not reloaded. We only got out of a third, so we reload that other third, which is why you're going to see my average price. I hope it's the same up there. On my board, it's $40.09. So that's my average price right now for GameStop. We'll see if we can get another out about 40.50. So we'll put the order there. If it goes there, we'll get out, and that will be that. So we'll wait to see on that one. And then Shopify, meanwhile, backflip on that as that, that just made a move back in. So let's take another piece out at 85 if we can. I thought that was coming back to our level there. We already got out once at 80. We were waiting to see if something down here was possible for Shopify down near 40.50. So that's also working. Meanwhile, AMD is near its bottoms as well. I mean, these were all shorts, man. We had to be patient and wait for this, but eventually came in, and we don't have as many shares on, and I apologize. I have no idea why this chart's not working, and neither does Neil. So we'll just hope that
Isn't
a
it getting
restart.
better?
Huh?
I feel like it's getting better. Like that's more.
Nah, because I think the day's coming on.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
like if I
never
just
mind.
scroll back, you'll see that we are missing huge data there. So maybe there must have been a data drop on the server, so that's fine. But either way, as long as the 50 period is still fine and the view up, which it is, so we'll continue to use these lines back there. Easy, Fahad, throwing Lucas around back
Oh,
over
speaking
there.
of Fahad,
you know,
Playmaker just asked. He's like, when are we going to get the Fahad interview?
you ain't ever getting
Like,
the
that's-
Fahad interview. Man.
Fahad
Fahad right now is using
billion
Lucas's
likes.
teeth as a toothpick right now.
A billion likes or something like that. So the Fahad interview would break the internet. That's the problem with the.
We don't
with
want to break
Fahad.
the internet.
and we
This
don't
is
want to do that because we need the internet.
That's
it's
Kim
it's important to us.
Kardashian's thing.
I'm not going to add to GameStop because I think we both had the same break. Although I'll say this, I actually missed the break on GameStop and had to get the print on the way back. So I didn't catch the fill through 40. Maybe not as liquid, but with that little bit of a dip in some of the names there, like AMC came back off 22.50. Then you saw Beyond Meat roll over. So that lower high at 39 is really being respected. It's now into VWAP. I took some out in front of 38 when everything else was taking out tops. So this short's starting to really work. I'm going to get it all out in front of the morning support, which is about 36.50 or so. That meta still holding fort. And if you want to know why the market's not heading further to that downside, I feel like it's names like Amazon won't break the low. And realistically, if the big boys don't break the lows, only one place for us to go. Yeah, GameStop's starting to move upside again. Time to take some profits out. And by the way, I was a little bit surprised. I thought like we'd do the interview with Stephanie and it would be instantly we'd be at 2K likes. So a little bit surprising for that guy. We don't ask a heck of a lot,
not at
but
2K?
we got a new member of the team here and we're at 690 likes. That's a problem. That's a problem.
690 likes.
I saw everybody I saw the chat while the interview was going on.
Wow.
So you can also, if you're in the chat, and if you could type a mile a minute, which everyone was doing, then you can take 2 seconds to hit that like. Show Stephanie the love. New member to the team. It is not easy spending your day talking trading and sort of being open about it and joining a team like this. Is going to be a heck of a lot of fun having her. Trust me, you guys, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, you're welcome here, Goldilocks or Goldilocks here. You made us a lot of money on the AMC trade, so thank you. You're welcome for that, man. I mean, we both have this, so that's great. Last 2 days, it killed my account with this chop. Yeah, hey, I agree with you, man. That's why we really focus on some of these other plays, but thank you guys for the chat, and thank you for everything right there. So, yeah, hit the like button is all I can say. We do have a reload right now, so yeah, into this chop. We'll see if we can do it again right now. We'll spin some money, because here comes Apple coming back down right to the 50 period. You know, I'm going to get something out in the mid-60s, I hope anyways. Actually was a little lower than that. Let's go in the mid-60s right now. Just sit here, take something. All we're trying to do now is scalp out. I mean, I just literally, as my kids say, just read that chop comment. So, hey, I agree. The last couple of afternoons has been chop city, and I've been getting chop sueyed through there. Oh, here's a joke that I saw in the chat, so I'm not going to take this for myself. Who is Fahad's favorite Wu-Tang member? Ghostface Killer, yeah, because he's never going to see his face. I thought it was pretty good. I'm actually going September 4th, so if anybody else is going to Budweiser stage to see Wu-Tang and Nas coming out on the September the 4th. What was that?
Love Nas.
What was that, Fahad?
I didn't hear it. What happened? I missed that. What happened?
Wow, he's talking shit about Nas now.
Oh, wow. Fahad,
I was on Team Fahad. And I mean, he was just telling me, you know, like, the funny thing about Fahad is this. Let me tell you a joke here about Fahad, this true story about Fahad, okay? He goes to me, he only ever applied for one job. It was this one, and he got it. Maybe he's only going to get let go from one job, Fahad.
Watch your
nah,
tone.
I'm just playing around.
You know what? By the way,
everyone can do that.
Before we even came on the air,
Nas is
the
better,
last
is what
thing he said
JC.
was he said he could take Michael Jordan's son in basketball. Now, first
This
of all,
guy's a funny guy.
I have never seen Michael Jordan's son play. I have no idea. Look, obviously, no one's as good as Michael Jordan, but I have no idea like his skill level.
Right.
But I promise you this: if the greatest basketball player of all time has a son, he's whooping your ass, Fahad. up and down the court. He'll be dragging you, dropping J's, probably dunk on you once or twice.
Is what he's saying.
He
in our
obviously,
ear
look,
right
man.
now.
Yeah, he sucks. So, what I love about Fahad is just the
Fahad.
unbridled confidence that this man has. It's unbelievable.
I was on
It's
Team
impressive.
Fahad, but the thing is,
You can't say that though. You can't say that.
I mean, he's disrespecting Nas, but I mean, and then he sort of made up for it. He's like, oh, well, Jay-Z's better. So, okay, fine. If he's going to compare the two, then we can have a discussion. But let's just, it's Friday.
But that's like saying look, Magic and Bird suck because they're not Jordan. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
I agree with ASMR there. This kid's definitely got confidence.
Lots of it.
There ain't no more confident
Lots
of a
of
man
it.
that I've ever met, period, than
Lots of
Fahad.
it.
I mean, this man is out there practicing bowling on the regular because he's had enough of Lucas.
That's
he's
the
had
pride
enough
right
of this
there.
man.
Watch out for that.
But I was thinking about some other things. I think it would be awesome to do a go-kart race, but the problem with the go-kart
down with
race
that.
is then you're jacked based on the go-kart you get.
Well, yeah, that's
You know, like
yeah.
you go to the docks or something like that. Some of them are jacked up, and some of them are like super, superized or. Super,
I've seen that. It's just it's
what's
not
the word
fair.
I'm
Like
looking for? Supercharged.
You'll be in there and it's like it's not fair. You're in a good one and like
Oh,
your boy's
man.
like struggling and there's
Do I have
just nothing
trading
they
to
can
do?
do. I covered some of the GameStop as it pulled back in there, so it looked like it was trying to hold that 40. Took a bit of a reload. I want to get all out because it's too significant of a break, that 40 level, to have it all tight stop. But I don't want it going all the way back in. I am looking to work a few shorts here if we can get them. I want to go. You're in AMD already.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back over to.
Did you update GME by the way? Oh,
I was just saying, Jimmy, I took some out. I want to try to hold on to a piece of this, find a place to reload. We have an hour. It's only 3:05. There's lots of time for it to go. But I don't want to ignore the actual market and some of these bigger names out there. Microsoft is showing some relative strength. You're holding VWAP. We're obviously down 1.5 or 1.2% on the NASDAQ, 0.5% on the ES. So Softy's having a pretty decent day, relatively speaking. It's not great, but it's not that bad. So if you're looking for something maybe to the long side that can drag us up, I know Softy's going to be in that pocket. Amazon is now seriously barcoding off that 140. It's insane what is going on with that stock. It won't even make a move, Brendo.
Big mover yesterday, guys. NVIV just popping back up. You can see trying to make a late day run here.
Oh my
I
God,
remember
not
that one.
NDIV.
I remember that one.
Okay, you might have heard something before you went there. I'm reloaded, so if you can only guess one name what we're reloaded on, it's going to be AMC Entertainment Holdings, I think. Is that what their official name is there? Let me see what eSignal has. AMC Entertainment Holdings. Wow, okay. I did not think that was right after I said it, but there it is. So AMC right now, I guess they're a holding company now, but now that they're in the gold game as well. So we'll wait to see here up to 2250. I wonder what's the story with that HYMC. I actually didn't read anything about that today. There it is. So we just reloaded at 7s. Thanks to Tisha Perkins in the chat. What's up, Tisha? Thanks for saying, are you reloading AMC? Because I went over there and looked at it and was like, hells to the yeah, I'm reloading AMC. So average price now 22. So not great, obviously, on the price, but it just came right back in. So let's see now up 14 cents on that reload. Let's see if that is good to go. Shopify, meanwhile, Tank City. So we like this one, man. We'll hit a bang for that one as well. As there goes Shopify back down to the downside. And as that's happening, yeah. You know what, I'm going to put a bid right there, right at the 60 mark, so we're going to put a bid right now. And I just do everything with these magic guys right here, so we'll put a bid down there at 40.60 or so, see if we can grab that. What just happened? I just got to fill. Oh, we got to fill it. Okay. I got to fill at 18 there on AMC. I didn't even realize I had an offer there. Okay. We take that fill on AMC. I have so many positions. Right now I have 6 positions. Apple with the short. We just reloaded that short as well. So, I mean, we're kind of on one today. There's that short into 65, and look at this, coming back in. We talked about that. We still have 60% of that position. I know Neil was looking at AMD. That would have been even a better reload up there at 102.30.
I still I didn't pay for Carvana this morning.
Oh, are you in? Oh, you paid for it, but you're not.
No, I
trading it?
haven't paid for it.
You
so I have to get
not.
locates on.
Let me know how much that is for Carvana. I'm
Yeah,
not going to trade it.
CVNA's right at that double top right now, so I'm just trying to process a pay for short, make sure I get the market extension right.
You can come over here if you.
Go
Let Neil do that because he's got to focus on getting that right. And what Neil's talking about there, of course, when we talk about pay for shorts, is the simple fact that even though we're at Day Trade the World and we have a tier 1 broker, the best in the business, we sometimes do have to pay for those shorts. So if there's no shorts available, like if AMC is hard to borrow or something like that, then it could be a dull. And I'm going to ask you what it was, it's Carvana, but there it is.
I'm very surprised.
AMC.
It is 0.12 cents. It is an eighth of a cent I'm not even sure why it's free. I expected
It's
this
almost
to
like
be.
it's a mistake then.
No, that
right?
actually feels like a mistake. Like this has a huge short interest. It's up 41%. I would have expected we're paying more for locates. Maybe it's a trap, but the only thing left to do is spring the trap. And a few people have asked in the chat, it's the same as any Friday, man. If we get to 2,000 likes, then yes. Yes, the answer is yes. I have something for you, but you got to get to 2,000 likes.
Is that what it is?
Stephanie came on. I said that for a while now. It's like we do the 2,000, it's fine. We're good to go. We're locked and loaded. But we should already be at 2,000 as far as I'm concerned.
I might not do it just for that reason.
I mean, Steph was doing like Q&A from you guys, you know, like taking questions first time out, and you guys can be a tough crowd. No, you guys are a great crowd, honestly, but I do need to get into this Carvana. 48.50 is this double top that I'm staring at here. The daily chart, wow, that's the answer, but you are also, if you go a little further back here in the daily, you are getting to an interesting high from, checks it, looked like May 14th. Wow. I won't say who in my family has a May 14th birthday. It's not me, but that's a good day. So Carvana 48.50 is the high. Much like Beyond Meat, I'm just looking to fade some of these off the top and then see if we can't carry some for the breakout. I mean, GameStop's trying to go again. AMC's trying to go again. But there's a little bit of hesitation. Like both Carvana and Beyond Meat are not breaking the highs. So while the others do, I'm just looking to see if we can't catch some shorts. But we're now a dollar away. Had I actually paid for these shorts in the morning, then I could already be in this trade at 48. But that's what happens when you're not prepared.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like you were mentioning, there's so many.
I
names.
actually thought I did do it this morning. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, there were so many names. Okay, I'm not going to average into this short. I'm just changing my stop order, the size, because we've got out of 40%. So we're going to change the stop order one more time there at this level for 165. So we're just going to hold Apple up to 165. Like normally I would get back into this short, but I'm already short. So if you like this trade, I think you can take it with me right now. I'm already short at this level, just against that 165. So again, it's 25 cents worth of risk, right? So we go short there at 165.75. Look where we were getting it out, 55s and 60s. So, you know, we didn't exactly get 1-to-1 there, but, you know, I'm trying to do, like my strategy is to take out like half at 1-to-1 and then see if we can hold the rest for a greater move to the downside. But look at this, man. Look at what's happening right now for AMC as that continues to go to the upside. I did also get out at GameStop, so we'll be red on GameStop today, but very, very small.
It might not be over yet, though.
It might not, but I'm out. So yeah, it might not be over. I could get back in. I'm going to just focus on AMC. We've dead banged this thing twice now. Bang there, bang there. So right on the number, we got it on both of those lows. So I think, and again, a shout out to our chat there, Ms. Tisha Perkins, with that call out, because she was like, hey, are you reloading? And I was like, yes, I am. And we got in there. So a nice little chat there. And the troll of the century is coming from Fahad, who says he's also, not only is he a better basketball player or athlete than anybody in the building, he is also...
He said that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Better athlete than anyone in the building?
I mean, yeah, he's shaking, yeah, he's nodding his head right now. So the point is that he's also saying that he's a better chatter and liker than everybody else in the building, because if he was on here, he would have already hit the like. So, I mean, he's right on that. So let's wait to see. But yeah, Neil, the best athlete around is, I mean, better than you,
Fahad.
Brendan, me, Arun.
Fahad.
I mean, this guy.
Fahad.
This guy's the man.
I love Fahad.
The confidence.
I'm going to get this out of the way.
I love the confidence.
This Meagle, MEGL, I call it Meagle because that's what it looks like when I look at the symbol, and it's magic something. Now halted again. It's going to continuously halt. It's done 380,000 shares. My advice is it's not liquid, so unless you like gambling in there, go for it. But I don't think it's a great idea. But I saw a question in here. Streamer clips. I'm heavy in margin in HKD at exactly 2,500. I still have my full position. What do I do? So like there's no good answer that I'm going to be able to give you in a situation like this that you're probably going to want to hear. Like this stock, fundamentally, there wasn't a heck of a lot of reason. Why, I'm not even seeing everything on this chart. It wasn't a heck of a lot of reason why it made the run that it did. You can obviously see how far it's come back in at this particular point. The volume is dead. So that top, I mean, if you actually have it at the top, there's almost no chance it's getting back there, right? So your only hope at this point is that you can stomach hoping that it comes and does like a little bit of a double up and there's a lower high. It's just something along those lines. I can't see any reason why after what happened here and how dead it's been that you're likely to get 2,500. I don't know what your risk tolerance is. I have no idea how long you can hold on to this, whatever it might be. But I would just say if it gets below 500, this thing could go back to 1 or 2 or even 80. I actually thought that if there was going to be a bottom, it would be between 80 and 200 if everything fell apart. It's managing to hold up a little bit better than that. But all I could say is you have to have an out before you get into something. Otherwise, you can get stuck, kind of like, we call it holding the bag or bag holding. But if you've never, like everyone that's traded, you've done it to some extent. It's just a matter of how much you've lost, right? Like my very first trade in my personal account that wasn't day trading, I bought and bag hold a penny stock. And I learned from that lesson. You should always have a target, have an out, know where you're going to pay yourself. So you're in tough. That's about as bad as it can actually be. If it's happening to you, I feel bad. But have yourself an out from this point on. Stick to it. And make sure it's within your risk tolerance because only you know that. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what your tolerance is. Like, can you just sort of YOLO it because you're like, yeah, whatever, it's good. Everyone's situation is different. But that's a tough spot to be in. Never buy at these types of tops. And I would have said the same thing at 1,500, at 2,000, or 2,500 for HKD. It almost doesn't matter at that point. This is not necessarily a GameStop. You know, a lot of times everyone wants it to be like the last one. It's not necessarily a GameStop. It doesn't mean that it can't go back up. It's just pretty unlikely that you'd see that price again.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most, I mean, well said, obviously, but I think that's the most important thing is you guys have to judge your own risk tolerances, look at the charts, and make a call, right? I mean, there's no way we could know what that is from this standpoint. Okay, new trade here. Well done, Neil, on that. New trade here for short on Dash. I mean, it's not a new trade. I've just entered more shares because it's not breaking. And I'm going to wait to see if it takes down this. Ooh, I put the wrong price. It's actually 80.20 is what I want to see. Oops, wrong order there. I want to see if it takes down 80.20. So we'll wait to see. We did put on another position here, so it's a little bit bigger, but there's that high of 80.20. So let's just see. Dash had a great report, we thought, today, and it was rocking to the upside, but all afternoon it's just been faded here. So I'm going to play this momentum to the downside. The thing is, it's obviously coiling up, so I do think that we could probably go for a little bit of a jaunt to the north side now, which isn't going to be great, but let's just wait to see here as the market is kind of dancing around a bit, trying to make new moves up. So if the market does fall, I'm pretty confident that we have DoorDash here, and we have it at a good little level. Just notice my best out is 80, so I'm feeling like if we get down into the 80s again, that we will put a little more out than we did there. We only got out of about 30% at that point and then just reloaded it now. So we're still on one there. And then Apple, we're going to get out if it breaks 165. I'm just trying to review some of the positions that I have. AMC, we got out of about 30% there. There's 3 ticks on the upside off that 22 long. So we're still in that game as well. AMC, Apple, AMD. We don't have many shares in AMD, and this is the reload that I really want, but I want it more up here near 103 because if Apple's going to take out that 165, then I do think that AMD does have a chance to go with this market, right? So let's wait to see on that one if that happens. Lyft, I have my out for Lyft, and that's 1990. So a good year. Not the year I was born, but if that breaks down through 20, let's give it a little love down to the downside. I know it looks like I'm born that year, but I'm not. And then Shopify, again, another name. Like, it's just amazing that we're really done well today on a lot of these names, but Shopify is going to be one that we just entered for you on the show. So that right there at $41, we've taken a couple outs, and right now we are. Why are you looking up? Is something leaking there?
No, because I'm getting cold in here.
Oh wow, yeah, the air conditioning is blasting right now. It's actually nice. I was walking around with my kids outside. We went to 7-Eleven. They grabbed a Slurpee. There they went to the ROM, which is fantastic. There's apparently some new Harry Potter. Yeah, I don't.
They have a Harry Potter thing at the museum?
At the ROM, yeah. There's something there apparently. They were trying to show it to me, but I didn't really see.
That sounds cool.
So, I'll see about that later on. And yeah, they like a lot of stuff there. Uh-oh, what was that?
They just did a cool shot there for a second. Now, of course, now that I talk about it, you guys pull away from it. There it is.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's what they're doing over there.
I should talk about this long because there's actually stocks beyond.
Oh, wow. You can go back and forth, guys. So creative. That's amazing.
I'm impressed. See, that's Fahad being the man right there.
It's Fahad. Not only is Fahad the best athlete,
now he's just
the best
walking
producer,
around.
He's the best. This guy's going to get himself in trouble one day, boy. I'll tell you that much. But I like the confidence.
No, I absolutely do. I'm trying to, in my head, by the way, when he said he's the best athlete on the team, I'm just thinking about some kind of a challenge where he can challenge every single one of us to something. It's like
he's down for that, though.
I know. It's like he has to race me. He's got to fight a rune.
He can do whatever he wants to me.
No pool shark stuff. No.
Whoa. Fahad,
Whoa.
settle down over there.
Calm down, Fahad.
Fahad, calm
down, dude.
Calm down. He's accepting all challenges.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh man, is it 4 o'clock yet?
It's 3:20.
Okay. It's 3:20.
But he's already
drunk.
drunk.
It's not 4:20
so.
yet, so we'll see.
This guy, man.
Yeah, this guy's a funny guy. Okay.
Thumb wrestle, someone just said.
Thumb wrestle. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun actually. Do some thumb wrestling. All right. So I think this DoorDash position is going to be in trouble. So and AMC's coming back in as well. So some of these names starting to fall out a little bit. We're going to give this one. I think I have a stop, not too large here, breaking back down through 22. That's 2090. Yeah. Okay. So a breakdown below 22. This one doesn't really feel. Yeah, this doesn't feel like a reload. Neil just mentioning he got stopped
on GameStop. The last of my GameStop.
On GameStop, yeah. So I kind of feel like this might be the spot to reload again. I mean, we've done it before, but now we're breaking back down. And I just feel like AMC wants to come back into this area, 21.50, which caps off still a great day. It's just watch out. I am not reloading, and I still have 70% of my position. But if it breaks back down below 22, we won't give it too much more room other than that. DoorDash just came back. Because this name is making me nervous, it's not like I'm just going to take a little bit out. This seems like really weak to take it out now, and I don't know. I don't have a great feeling on this. So we're gonna take something out if we can in the low 90s, and it would only be, you know what? Forget about it. Let's not do that. That sounds stupid. We'll get something out down here. 20 cents worth of risk, 20 cents worth of risk both ways. So let's go to 79.80, and we'll get out half. Let's do that plan. So we'll get out half if this somehow tanks back down to 20. What did I say? 79.80.
He's leaving?
Okay, 20 cents there. Yeah, Fahad just left. He's out of here. He's just going to go practice thumb wrestling.
Yeah, well, it was hilarious because someone in the chat was like, they should do a Trader TV triathlon. So the second I heard that word, the first thing I thought about was, my wife would destroy him.
Well,
like it would just be an absolute humiliation. But he's not here, so I can say this.
I don't think Fahad's worried about running or anything
he would
like
be
that.
destroyed. No, he can't do that. It's got to be something
you got to
more
be
fun.
a distance runner.
I actually think that we should go out and do dodgeball or something like that. It'd be a heck of a lot of fun for the team to do it. But that's just my 2 cents. This market is going. It's another one of these sideways things. One of the reasons why you look at these meme stocks and the squeeze stocks and you want to be paying attention to it because. Like once again, you get all this volatility off the open. This is the ES. Like look at the range, and it just compresses. And then suddenly at the end of the day, this is what we're left with. Like I'm in Meta, and okay, it's going 166, it's going 160, and it's like no, this isn't one of these plays where you're getting it to pounce into VWAP. Like you just trained into thinking that's what it's going to be. What it is just scalp 50 cents and then go back and do it again. So if that's the only game in town, then that's the game that we're going to have to play here in something like a Meta. It's a very tight range. Doesn't feel like it wants to break out of it. So if there's going to be a trade up until the imbalances come out, it might just be playing inside of the range here. I'll let Beyond Meat ride, but it's the only thing I got left other than Meta because GameStop just pulled back in, but beneath that 50. So I decided to give a little bit of it more of the piece. We took a stop out, but didn't take it all out. I like that 40 level so much that we tried to hold on to a little bit, but I'm not going to hold it all the way to VWAP or anything like that. Hopefully we get a shot at this one again on Monday. Like if there's any extension in both AMC and GameStop, it's still a monster level on the daily chart. Maybe it's a Monday, Tuesday thing, and we got to play for it a little bit later on. Tesla, which was, stupid week, it is still stupid week. Low of the day and fresh lows. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I wanted a t-shirt that said, I shorted Tesla at 900 and lost. It's actually my worst stock today. Short Tesla, believe it or not. It's actually hard to believe that that's true, but it's 100% true. And the crazy thing about it is the level I liked never even came into play to short. I just took a level break because the momentum was down, which is not always the best way to structure a trade. It just never set up for me, but I kind of tried to take it anyways. Down now 7.5% for Tesla.
Yeah, we talked about that, man. I sold some, obviously wishing I held it a little bit more than that. But right now, guys, look at this trade for DoorDash. Man, did that start to pay off. Glad we did not get out like we said we would there on DoorDash. So we just changed we had to go 1-to-1. We have to always go at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward, right? So when that happened there on DoorDash, we were able to take that out for a little bit of profit there. So I'm pretty happy with that trade there on DoorDash. So let's just see if it continues down in, right? right? So that's like kind of what I'm looking for, a downside move here on DoorDash to hopefully end the day, and then we don't have to worry about anything. So that's what I'm looking for. Oh, Neil, I'm going to laugh because I see what you're looking at there. I don't know if it's something Fahad or not. It's just so funny.
I hadn't looked at it in a bit, so I checked out Veru because we all know that Fahad is the CEO of Veru. So I decided to check it out just to notice that it is on the downside, right? All that trash talk, and everyone's like, yo, the CEO is talking so much smack, he doesn't know what's going on. Let's sell some Veru. But I want to look at Sega at least. Like I'm just scanning through some of the movers from this morning to see if I can find something that's going here, because not much is popping up. I got a couple things on. I'll play into some more meta off the bid if I can get it. At this point, I'm not going to get Carvana, it seems. I had one shot to do it, and I hadn't paid for the locates. It's now at 46.50, so that short off of the high at 48.5 is probably not going to come in at this point. If it does, it might be too late in the day anyways. But Sega, it's holding VWAP, but the volume's pretty dead. I think that's the real problem there, unfortunately. AMD, I mean, I traded AMD once alongside this morning, but that was about it. Like, I just hit it when it broke this morning high. It got to this 103, actually 103.75 and falling back. But look at AMD, look at the range here. It's in a very tight range, and it's a bit in the middle. I don't want to diddle in the middle in a tight range. It's one thing meta where, okay, if it runs from the bottom, great. I can play in the tight range. If it breaks down, it probably has a bit of a flush chance in it. If it breaks up, it's got plenty of room to VWAP. That's a tighter range. It's a more secure bottom instead of playing it somewhere in the middle of a range. I just don't want to be doing that. Flameboy's asking about, we get all the questions, which if I don't have anything new on, I got no problem going over it. Boeing, for the long term, here on the daily, I came into today feeling a little bit bearish. And I don't know that anything we saw today has changed my mind. So what I would say for Boeing is I need to see how we react. It just broke out this 164, 165, and it feels like it could be failing that break. We might close lower than that previous high, in which case you might be looking at a retracement into 150. If the market pulls back, I think this stock could get back to 150 pretty fast, let alone that 50 period. So it's been a pretty good run for Boeing as well. Like, it made a 50% from the bottom move, and it should have room in theory to the 200 period, which is finally loading in at 180. I just think it might need to dip before it does that. So that's my thoughts on Boeing. I like the move it's made here, but it's showing some signs that we could be in the midst of a bit of a pullback. I'm going to put a trail in on this Beyond Meat because I would hate I keep watching, like AMC's still at 22. I'd hate for that to reclaim, get back up to those highs, and I'm sitting here watching this bounce not once, but twice off of VWAP. So if we don't get through VWAP this time, I got to slap a trailing stop on Beyond Meat, probably somewhere in the 38 range, just to make sure we lock in the profit. This is still up 19%. It's still holding the trend as far as I'm concerned, even though it hasn't broken that high. So if it cannot break VWAP here, I'm definitely going to have to put the trail in. I'll have a stop in regardless. It's tighter than this once we get closer to 350.
Oh, my AMD did not fill. Okay, I thought we'd get into AMD. All right, so that's strange. We'll look at that. But look at Dash. Dash, obviously, we got out of only 40%. I mean, we're trying to get a little greedy there. I'm wondering if that still happens or not. We'll wait to see about that one. I am right now looking at more. Oops, sorry, wrong stock. I'm not on the right name. We just did take more shares here on AMD, just against this 102.50. Let's see if it wants to rock up there. If it does, great. The 50 period is violated now, but there's the NASDAQ just trying to break above this level right here, 13,200. So, you know, that'll get us to that 50 level, and then we'll see what happens. So AMD right now is a name that I just averaged into. So let's see if that pays off. Lyft's still holding out high, and Shopify still on the downside. You got another one, Brendo?
Intelligent Living, which is that eye lag. We talked about it earlier in the week, but popping up back towards day highs here. 380 was the top twice hit now, but 65% here for iLag trying to go.
You know, and I don't want to call people out because I feel like someone in the midday show in the chat was saying, oh, iLag, this could be the next HKD. So I remember hearing that, looking at the chart and being like, it's got a long way to go to get back to its highs. And yeah, it's managed to do that. And not just, I'm pulling up the 15-minute because it's not just today's highs, but look back to what $4 means for this stock. So I kind of feel like this is what it needs to get through before you're going to see any real explosion on iLag. And the daily chart that I flipped past a little too quickly there, you can kind of tell where it's come from, which is a lot higher. That makes it different from HKD. But $4 is the key level. If it's going to be HKD, then it has to have staying power next week. First job done, holding VWAP, holding off these highs right now, and not gapping down $1 would be the start for something like an iLag. But I'd be looking at a $4 dollar break, and maybe that's something we have to watch for on Monday. Volume doesn't seem like it's going to be able to carry it through. And there, finally, it's like, just complain about it. If you complain, then things that you want will happen, right? Don't tell my daughter that, because then, yeah, that'll be a problem. Although she gets what she wants anyways. I don't have to slap my trail on it just yet, but we've just broken VWAP. I'm actually going to kill this target on Beyond Meat and just see how far we head down here. 36.50 is about that support, but now you're starting to accelerate. Like, you're seeing decreasing volume across the board in some of the meme names, but volume's holding up to the downside and now breaking VWAP. So I want to let this one run just a little bit further here. And I'll tell you this much. I know what level is going to be important on Amazon on Monday morning. It's going to be 140. This is hugging 140 all afternoon. I mean, it bounced there off the morning. That's where the short couldn't go past. 142 is a good level, but 140 is getting a little bit ridiculous here on Amazon. I didn't get the reload in Meta because it looks like it's now heading to the upside. So a higher low being put in on Meta. I'll probably pop an offer here in front of 167 and just take, well, I mean, probably on the other side of 167, try and take the buck before the imbalances come out here. I just have a feeling that it could be to the sell side and the market wants to test lower. So I'll take the profit on the long, let the short ride.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the imbalance is looking like right now. We did go short. I mean, it's still, actually, wow, it's 3:30. Okay, that kind of came through. We'll get an update when Brendan gets one on those imbalances. We were like basically a penny away from getting filled. We were waiting at 102.10 down here on that last move, and now we're gonna have to average in against that 102.50. So I'm just gonna refresh my stop orders because the market is starting to go. And like I said, there's that test of 13,200. I mean, it's getting up there. We'll see if it can break on the NASDAQ, and then we'll see what happens. But there's a nice little reload again at 33 on AMD. So as this comes back in, we make a little bit more money on that one. And shout out to, I think it was Ashtook, I believe. They're mentioning to me that AMC was back above 22, so I just got in there, punched along at 22.20. I just kept missing it. I looked at it, I was like, oh, 17, give it to me, missed it. I didn't miss it. I went on 16, and then eventually went to 20, and I was like, I'll take it. So let's just see what happens right now with AMC. And again, a break below here one more time, 21.90, and we're getting out. There goes Redbox. I saw everyone saying that on the chat, and it didn't mean to ignore it. It's just there it's going to the upside. Just quickly updated. There's DoorDash. Money. I mean, we are on one again right now because we just reloaded that right in front of you at 80. So, I mean, let's just be honest. There's DoorDash. We took it early. We reloaded it right there again. And there it is. We just take that 50 bid. So, DoorDash, although a good report today, it's been sick all afternoon. And it is one more time. There's DoorDash. Just took the profit for you guys live right now on tradertv.live.
Yeah, it's one of these like, okay, so float on Redbox, we already know it's tiny, 36% short interest or 20 depending on where you look at it. Halted to the upside, indicating a $5 open on a 464 halt. So this is going to open up before we get that close, before we get the end of the day. But if it halts again, just remember, past 350, any halt doesn't open until 4 o'clock. You get the close as you're open. So we'll watch out for this when it opens back. But I love where it is on the daily, on the 15-minute, I should say, the higher time frame. You are breaking out through a key support level. So I like the halt price for support. But if we open at 5, that's going to be a little bit far away from where that could end up supporting. But you're well above like a 450 on that 15-minute, which was the previous resistance. So if we open up and we're able to hold here, I'm thinking to try the long, it'll be about a 450 stop. And I'm assuming we don't open up higher than $5. I'm assuming we actually open up and give an entry point holding that 450 and close enough to that halt price, and then run it to 5, try to hold some through a 5 area. So we'll be in about 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, Redbox will open up. I just feel like this is pretty late to have gone. It's only made one move at this point. The interest is big. There's been a lot of squeeze plays already. If there was I saw someone in the chat say don't say anything, they would short it. Redbox to me, like that stock's one of those where you take a shot shorting it at 7. Like that's the big price where I think a lot of people be bag holding it. I don't think that's what you do at 5. I'm not sure it's worth that risk.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I know Mark was just talking about some technical issues, but it's not an issue, just something that was going, you know how we're sending those clips now?
Oh, yeah.
More and
It's
more,
something
so it was
in
just
my eye.
teaching me how to do that a little bit better there, so thanks, Mark, for that one. Okay, just a reload there on AMC, here we go. We're gonna wait for 22.50 now, so let's just put an order there, and if we get hit, man. 22.50 on AMC off that 22 reload, so we'll see if that one wants to go back up to the upside. We are getting close to getting out of our lift as that's going to break back down below 20. There it is. Prad just put it in our chat. Thanks, Prad. 240 million shares to sell, 237. So again, on the mock, that'll be a little bit of ignoring spot for us there. We still didn't get that? Oh, okay. That only went to 15. Oh, I thought AMD was coming in there for us, but did not. So let's put some more orders down here. We're just in scalp mode right now. We've shorted this. I mean, the market is now above. It just took down, or it's trying right now, actually, to take this 13,200. So that's the spot that we're a little concerned about. But let's put some more bids down here. The reloads are fine. I mean, we just reloaded at 33, and it's at 22. So hopefully AMD can come down and give us a print here.
Yeah, absolutely. About a minute till we get this open. Actually, you'll check that. A few seconds until we get the open on Redbox here. Kind of gone over the plan of action. So it looks like it's going to open at 490, not above $5, but any second now we're going to get this. We got the plan locked and loaded and ready to go. Checks over. Meta's getting close to my take profit, and the trail that I threw on Beyond Meat might hit. I want to make sure I make at least $1 on that trade. If this doesn't open in the next few seconds, then it's probably a 10-minute halt. If it's not 5, it's 10. It's now been 5 minutes and I don't know, 20, 30 seconds. So yeah, I expected we'd see a 5-minute halt. It might just be that it's a 10-minute halt there, which is, oh yeah, you kind of love that. It's anticlimactic there. I was excited to see Redbox open up and trade. Tesla with a little bit of a bounce. I am kind of watching that one, but not doing a heck of a lot. It's Meta that I wanted to reload, but it's also Meta that I'm trying to get out. This 167 starting to come into play here. This is where I want to take profit. And it doesn't matter that it's a small sell side imbalance.
Right.
I kind of felt like maybe we'd sell into the close anyways. So it's not, the imbalance has nothing to do with me wanting to cover this trade. Meta's been very weak all day long. The trend is about as clear as day. And it looks like we're just actually rejecting a little bit here at 167. So I'm just going to get out of that one. My focus will now be on Redbox whenever it does open. It does look like, in fact, it is going to be a 10-minute halt. That's kind of a disappointment. I mean, 10-minute halt this close to the close, what's the point? Everyone's watching the close. There's always liquidity at the close. So why wouldn't you just open it up in 5? I get it. When it's a really big move, extreme move, they hold it a bit longer. But there's always liquidity, man. It did 3 million shares today. I think it should be absolutely fine. If you're watching AMC, that last break, that 22.50, I mean, the last one that didn't work, but 22 still looking pretty solid. I guess I don't have to worry about shorting the stock because it didn't get to 25. So I'm off the hook for shorting AMC today.
Money. All right, so AMD, finally, there it is, man. The cash money comes in there on AMD. So a couple shorts here. There it is right now. That's 30 cents. But, I mean, again, this is scalp time, so we've definitely changed it up. We were getting run over earlier on in the week, and now all of a sudden today is much better as we've decided to sort of, change a little bit of our strategies, right? And that is try to short tops, long bottoms, but just stay net short on names today just because the NASDAQ is negative. So it worked for us on Apple. Like Apple right there, we were able to get out. Is that my Apple trade? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we were able to get out right there at 165, which was good because it ripped up to 165.20. So like, look at all this profit. We hold a little bit. We talked about that. Out for the last piece there on Apple. So just scalping right now, it seems to be paying off. And then you're going to get the big winners every once in a while, right? So there's DoorDash coming back in. And I'm going to consider this a big winner. We literally have the whole range in the last 2 hours. We have the tops right here at 80. And then we have the bottoms right here as well, cruising in the 60s. So, we have done really well grabbing some of these. Oracle as well. I don't want to ruin Brendan's update there, but Oracle laying off hundreds of employees. I feel like they have thousands and thousands of employees. So that doesn't seem to be affecting Oracle at all when we've noticed that names like, what was it? Shopify, I think Coinbase was laying off some people as well, and that really affected their stock. You could see right now Oracle kind of like hold my beer on that news. Still sucks, man. I mean, I hate it to read that people lose their jobs or get laid off, but hopefully it'll be a temporary thing, and then they'll be able to come back. But anyways, I don't know enough about the story, but that's it for Oracle, and it looks like it's just sending the stock to the upside here. But with an update, it's going to be Steph over at the screen.
Hi, everyone. So I want to talk about what happened in ES futures today, as well as what we could potentially look for and key levels for Monday. So here I have marked off was our open for today. As you can see, we've had some action both ways. 41.10, which is a level, if you guys remember, a couple days ago is where we bounced off at. So critical level 41.10, 41.50 over here has been a key level again that's been in play. We have not tested Thursday's high, which was at 41.73, so we run the potential if we break out through supply and resistance overhead to push to that level and even continue on to 4,200. Also, as you can see, this is a 30-minute chart. We are having a symmetrical triangle here, so we're either going to break up to the upside or the downside. So focus on these key levels, and that's it for Monday updates.
There you go. So plan. It's not just about if you're trading the futures. Like, we understand you have a lot of stocks that you're going to trade, whether it's your Apples of the world or your Google or Tesla, and you're kind of concerned about what the overall market is going to do, where you can have your take profits. Always have those futures up and understand the key levels there. Now, look, if this doesn't open now, it's been 10 minutes, so there we go. It opens up.
It did.
There we go. It opened.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we got it, Pratt. It's open. It's open. Holding $5 right now, which is crazy. Now trying to break up. Did I get it? Get out of here. You see how slow that was?
I missed it.
No, man, that was like, that was a little bit of lag on that. I actually crossed to 16 there, and from the time I hit the key to where it's trying to halt at 539 there, so fake halt. It does not halt. So now it might do a little bit of a dip after that fake halt. Again, I put an order in. There it goes. Trying to catch a kind of a dip there. Red box, you're absolutely crazy. Now it's going to go 550. I should have had that 5. That's insane, man. I should have had that 516 fill for sure. Now it's going to do a clean 550 break. It did not halt that last time. Remember, this late in the session, you are concerned about it halting after 350. So these trades, you always have to, well, for us anyways, we have to be flat at the end of the day. So I have to consider quick ins and outs there. Going to Brennan again?
Revlon starting to go here as well, guys. They're all getting in on the Friday party here. Big move, 14% here for Revlon.
Yeah, there goes Rev as well, going to the upside. Shout out to Playmaker if you're still in this. Revlon trying to go. We've just done damage on AMD, but we'll stay on this one as you guys probably are interested to see what's popping off on this side of things. So right now, Revlon trying to go one more time to the upside in 8 and change. Just a quick update there on AMD. Your boy did it again with the money coming through. We've got some big trades on here for you this afternoon, including this one right here with AMD. Shorting in the 02s down into the 90s, into that level that we were thinking about. So that's that. I don't want to go away from these names. So there's Revlon, there's Redbox. Unfortunately, AMC doesn't look like it wants to go. What else is ticking around for us? Not much, man. I mean, the money's piling in right now on some of these calls. So Shopify, bang on that one. We took that one for you guys here on the show at 41 down to 40.70. That's starting to make some sense here to the downside. Lyft. Oh, Lyft is what's going to come out soon. That's why my net is sort of dancing around here as that breaks 20. But again, not a huge position on that. Any luck on Redbox over there?
Well, I'm pissed off. I got 550 long instead of the long I wanted, which was holding that $5 level. I put the 516 in. I took the break at 550, gave it to 25s. That wasn't the initial plan. It never opened where I wanted it, but it gave you that shot at $5 break, and I crossed to 16 even. Now I just want to see what might actually be next. Bed Bath & Beyond is near its high. It's up 68. Well, check that. It's not up 68%. Our close price is wrong. Bed Bath & Beyond is up approximately 25%. So watch this double top here. This could be the next one to go. I'm not saying just because one squeeze name goes, they all have to. But we've seen that story before. If Rev is going to randomly make a move right after we see Redbox go, and I see Bed Bath & Beyond at the high, then this could give us a shot. With 7 minutes to go, I'm not putting any big caps on, not the way the market is going. You're in a 5-10 point handle range here. If there's going to be a shot to be had, I think maybe picking one of these that can have a secondary move might be the play. Redbox might not be done, by the way. I don't want to only stick on that one. Redbox is trying to take out that high again, reclaiming that 550. I don't think it's even a good idea. I would never short at this time of the day. But the level, if you go to the daily, it is still $7. So there's lots of room for this to come in here. Just remember, I'm flat in 15 minutes from now. So every single trade that's taken has to be a quick resolution, realistically speaking. If there's a 7 or if there's a run to 7 after 4 o'clock, well, that doesn't do anybody any good. If you can trade in the aftermarket and you can hold for a move in the aftermarket, fantastic. Sometimes we see it happen, but not much we can do about it.
I just canceled the wrong stop order because AMC gave some back there. So the last 2 longs, actually, no, it's just the last long. This one was fine. It's the last one. So we'll lose on AMC on that last move. And it's that same damn level again. I just don't want to be, I mean, this thing could rip and then I'll feel like stupid for getting rid of it. I already do, but it could also just easily go to the other way right now. So I feel like, if you're going to talk poker here, pot odds are to the downside right now on this name. It's already tried to go up, so I feel like a fade here in the end of the day is what's going to happen for AMC. I am going to test the long, or the short, sorry, on that break. Let's see if we get a little bit lower than 80, like let's go to 84, something like that. And then, hey, if we get it, it's not going to be a big position, but let's just see if it does have the legs to get to the downside, into here, 21.20. Remember I said this is where I think we're going to settle, somewhere around here. So I'd feel silly not at least taking a shot on this name, and it's not going to be a huge risk situation. This is just like playing the odds here with only 15 minutes left. It's been a fantastic market today for AMC, and I don't even think, even if it ends the day at 21.50, I mean, how far out of the money could you be at? Most $1. I mean, the high of the day is 22.60. So I feel like this is a risk to reward for me that is worth it here. Going short, breaking this little shelf right now at 21.80. I mean, and that's what we got to do, right? We're here to look for these things for you. So hopefully that'll happen and we'll get it back in. The market, only 5 minutes to go. We didn't take advantage of that very bottom there on AMD, but we still got some shares. So we will look to do that. Shopify, DoorDash has come all the way back. So it's a damn good thing, that darn good thing that we took advantage of that down here at 79.50 as we go basically 2-to-1 on the risk to reward, and we're now out of 60% of it. So even if this comes back up, DoorDash will be a winner. We can put that on our board, yes. So that's not only a winner, but it is also, you mentioned Vin Scully obviously the other day, not that that's who that was, but yeah, RIP to one of the best, if not the best baseball commentator. I mean, is there?
Best.
I don't know. I mean, different cities will have different opinions, right, on who it is. But definitely
in Chicago, they like their Hawk Harrelson.
Exactly.
He's
and we had
the
guy that's Tom Cheek that's on our
Tom Cheek's
board, our wall there.
In Toronto, Tom Cheek is like, I mean, I'm not saying he's Vin Scully.
Jerry Howarth and Tom Cheek. I mean, I grew up on those guys.
Exactly.
So shout out to all Toronto sports fans as well as the Raptors.
I should have said
win the East this year.
Raptors will win the East? I don't know about that. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't think so. I got trailed out of Beyond Meat. Revlon, I want to keep abreast of these ones, guys. Revlon did not make a secondary push. It actually pulled back pretty heavily, almost to where this broke out from. Bed Bath & Beyond, the other one that we're looking at here. Yeah, not a heck of a lot. It looked like it was having a shot when the other ones went, like it might take a run at that high of the day. Kind of feels like it's fading off, so it could be done for the day here on a few of these plays. We'll see. There's always a chance at a late run. It's Rev that I'll keep up, and it's Redbox that I'll keep up. For what it's worth, Tesla's catching a little bit of a bid here, as the market also catches a bid. So the trailouts happen. I'm obviously out of the long in Meta, because I thought that we'd head southbound into the close. Looks like I probably could have hung on to that Meta trade a little bit longer there, guys. So Rev needs a makeover, I saw someone in the chat.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, that's what you're going bankrupt. You literally need a makeover. That's what the company needs if you're declaring bankruptcy. Thank you for the super chat, Bill Ferguson. Backed 96 squeeze score MasterCard deal finalizing. So backed.
Yeah, that's BKKT, isn't it?
I know backed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crypto play. So that's going to be a play. Yeah, trying to bring crypto
I
to
hit
the
enter
credit
too
cards.
fast.
So that's what it is there, where you can swipe, and I'll pay that.
But
with
that news is
Ripple,
old.
Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I know the story, because it's not a new one. So
Look at my daily
that's
on
good.
this thing.
Oh, I did want to take this, even though this was on the super chat. I want to give a big thank you to Miranda there on the super chat. She was able to quit her job as a teacher. I have some comments on this, to start trading full time. Thanks to all of y'all. So look, I know you're from Texas, so thanks to all of y'all. That's kind of cool. Shout out to Daniel Shea, also from Texas. Look, Miranda, this is a tough business, and I appreciate people changing their careers to try to do this. It's a tough one, and I wish you the best of luck. But please make sure that you keep your account in check. Make sure you have stop orders and all of that, because it's just not that I'm going to sit here and judge people's life changes. And I just want to thank you for the super chat. Just, I have to warn you, as you know, if you're making that change, trading has its ups and downs. So it's not obviously collecting a paycheck every single day. So just be patient with your trading, and just be safe with it. I mean, I can't give better advice than that. So thank you to Miranda for sure for the super chat. It means a lot to us. Oh, and then what I wanted to add to that exact same thing there, and I think it's pretty much on point here. Don't know 443. Yeah, I added the 50 period to my chart probably about a year ago. I have to go back and look, but if you were looking at old videos, I think all of us try to get better every single day. And I just was looking for something more technical to look at. And I just did a little bit of back testing, so on and so forth, added a few things. It's kind of why I don't really look at volume. I have volume up here more for you guys and for me to see like key prints that are going off. But I've really just learned to look at the NASDAQ. I kind of have oil up here as well. And then try to keep my lines as simple as possible. Although I have no idea where VWAP is. Oh, it's all the way up here. Yeah, because of what happened earlier. So VWAP and the 50 period is all that I have on. So yeah, nothing really made me change it other than just looking for other things. Like we always say, reading, studying other traders and things like that. So we all get better hopefully every single day, and I think that's part of success. So with only a minute left, you already have that up there, Neil, so it should be exciting. We're still getting no change from Brendan.
I didn't realize that NU had an imbalance this morning.
New holdings.
It was, new holdings. Someone in the chat the other day when not PayPal, it was SoFi was going nuts. And I saw like multiple times in the chat, it's like NU greater than SoFi. I was like, okay, do you. I don't know too much about them, but maybe it is, man. Maybe
it is. Warren Buffett backed. So.
But like, by the way, it's 30 seconds to the imbalances. I'm just getting them ready so that you guys can look. These are all from the morning. Like, there's nothing going on with them. I was looking at that backed, by the way, and I'm just going to solely point out that if you're looking for things which are on the verge of breaking out on the daily chart, well, this kid tried yesterday, and it got pretty close again today, that 325. Not too bad there, guys. So that is worth a look. We have about less than 10 seconds now to those imbalances. It's been a fun week, to be sure. Next week will be fun, too. Been a big week, but let's see where they come out. Hopefully some actual action. Cisco to the sell side, 1.8 million to sell. Google, 800,000 to buy.
Yeah,
really nothing too big just yet. I mean, Cisco is the big one there. That's kind of random. Cisco is going to pair off because it almost always does. That one on the NASDAQ there. Yeah, scroll down. I mean, Pfizer, 400K. Nothing that big. It's a nothing burger for the imbalances. But hey, the market seems to like it anyways.
Brendo just gave us rough ad ability to buy. So we just punched right out of Shopify for, again, another one. Money. So that was a good trade today. Our French Reef took the day off, so he's not yelling at me to spin that, which is nice, so I'll do it anyways. And then there's AMD right there. It went right to that level 40. If there wasn't only 10 minutes left, I would be short this name, but we're not going to be it. But it's not a bad spot right there. Maybe we'll just get out. We barely have anything left on this trade, so we might just get it out. I mean, it's not really worth dancing here into the close. I don't think. There it is. So we'll just punch out at 38, get that out of there, cancel all these stop orders. I'm only in lift right now, so this is back up to 20. I mean, we might as well just get out of this one as well and just end the day. We are still waiting for that AMC, of course. What am I, long on lift? Okay, we'll put an offer there and just get out. So there it is, out on lift as we just get out at 04. So that concludes all that. So we're all done now. AMD out, Shopify out, Lyft out. Make sure you cancel your stop orders. I see I still have one on AMC, but I don't mind that one. Just a quick little look. Was AMC on the imbalance locator?
I didn't see it.
You didn't notice it. I'll check right now for everybody to see. Not Amgen, AGen there, Leap. This is actually a pretty,
like if you have to sort alphabetically, if you have to sort alphabetically to find something, then it's not very big.
I don't even see any names that I recognize. I mean, we recognize
Cisco, but I mean, Cisco.
I guess Google's there.
It's going to pair off Cisco. AMC is 9, really?
What?
Okay, so it's 118,000
All right, I'm canceling.
shares to buy.
canceling.
That's really small. That's very, very small. So pretty insignificant there. Cisco is going to pair. It's actually not moving. So I know we show these every single day, and we have no problem doing it. It's fine. And if you're curious about the imbalances, if you get level 2 data from your broker, then somewhere they have it and you can get it. It's just whether or not they're actually piping it into your platform, and sometimes maybe you have to pay more for it.
So it's often a paid feature.
Yeah, so you can always ask for it, but if you're getting level 2, like believe me, it's in the SIP. You're getting the data for sure. Cisco not even moving, so I'm going to ignore that imbalance. If you don't even budge, it's going to pair and nobody cares. Robert Isaac, thank you so much for the super chat there. Currently going through testing to see if you have cancer. Taking a break from trading, but you guys help keep my spirits up through this. Anything we can do to help, we love our entire community. Best of luck. You're in our thoughts, and believe me, everyone in this community is going to be thinking about you as well. So, Robert, stay healthy. Have a fantastic weekend. We love everybody in the community, and to the extent that we can all help each other. That's what everything is about. Not just trading, but about life. And in trading especially, if you have nobody to bounce ideas off of, to hold you accountable to the mistakes that you make, to just even shoot the you-know-what, right? That's what it's all about. It is very difficult to do it on your own because, we're human beings. We're yes men to ourselves. We look for things that confirm our own biases. We don't want to admit our mistakes. That is how we are. If you don't have somebody that can give you that, which is what a trading floor is about, that's what the show is about, that's what the community is about, it's a really tough go. So stay tuning in. I think all of you guys are fantastic. And for these last 5 minutes, I don't see a heck of a lot moving. I want to keep my eyes on some of these small caps that felt like they were about to go, but have now tapered off.
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously our thoughts are with you. So, just be well and stay positive, and it will work out. So, all right, Tesla there to the downside. Ugh, Tesla, not good today. Like the biggest of the biggest. Not the biggest of the biggest, but as far as tech is concerned, and major cap tech names there, this one continues to make a move to the downside. 857 now is the day bottom. We could break that at the close for sure. So very, very careful for that one. What's up to JJ Cross? Yeah, thanks for the super chat as well for you, my friend. Thank you, JJ. Thanks to everybody today, man. It's been a big show. One more time, Prad, Luca killed it on the midday. I thought we did great on the morning show, and then. Now again, man, my number one stock by far today is AMD. We destroyed that one today. A big long right there. Unfortunately, we don't have the data, but a big long on the 102 break up to 103 and change. Then a couple shorts in all afternoon as we just didn't believe this move up, and we're able to hit it down back. So that was our good trade, our best of the best trades today on that one. Let's just check in to see where GameStop is going to wind up. It's funny, we're going to be down a cup of coffee on this, but...
It's going to close on. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's going to close at 40, so that looks like that'll be here for 40. So get your GameStop popcorn ready for Monday. I think that should be exciting. And then we never got into AMC, but there it is. Just kind of doing nothing here in the aftermarket in the last 10 minutes or so here. Just kind of chilling out. There was not really big imbalance. But if you're going to look at AMC again for the day, what a great day this has been. Obviously, as we started the day short, got out of the way at 18. That was pretty easy for me. We definitely wanted that. Should have gone long. And then in the afternoon, as volume picked up, AMC definitely got ramped. But I still feel like 20%. I mean, we can go that again on Monday. So watch out for AMC on Monday. But we could say watch out for lots of things, but you really want to watch out for stocks that are going to be in play. Yeah. And I guarantee you that's what Brendan's going to bring up.
Yeah, still some earnings to get to, guys, starting on Monday morning before the market opens. I mean, there's a lot next week. Coinbase, Roblox reports next week. Here's what's coming Monday morning before the open.
Palantir.
Yeah, there wasn't else much on there that we decided that we really liked. I mean, that's not lending.
BNTX.
Oh, that's Treehouse. Treehouse on demand or something? Okay, what else is on there? I can even see, I can see this. Like, I don't know what Monday.com is, but no surprise what day they're reporting on. So that's pretty cool. One of my new favorite companies right there. And as long as that's Barrick Gold, then I'm down with that. So Barrick Gold again on Monday. You could definitely. Ooh, we got that fade. I like that little fade there. That was pretty sick.
That's because it was Lucas there.
That's because it was. Ooh, what, you're saying that Fahad wouldn't have done that?
Fahad can't.
Hey, it's my man Tony.
Fade that.
Oh, Street So the last time I did a little TikTok, little meme video thing there, I called it street walking with Sean. Apparently that's not great to do that. So today, Fahad came up with a new one.
Walking?
It was stalking the streets? No, I don't remember what it was. Anyways.
Stalking is not a good word.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but anyways, yeah, I guess no one wants to hear you spit bars because
Apparently
I don't
not.
I don't think we're near there. Yeah, we got to get to 2,000 if you want to hear that. So
That's
yeah, I'm a
not
little
cool.
disappointed in that as well. But all right.
Someone just said in the chat, I think this might be true. Like, yeah, no, Take-Two already reported. Did we miss them?
I mean, we
No,
could
no,
have.
you know, I think, yeah, Take-Two, I think they're on Monday. You're right. So whoever said that we missed Take-Two, the whole idea of the board is to put, like, it's not every stock that's reporting in the entire market. We're not going to do that. So you kind of have to pick and choose. So we might miss something that's like, it might make the list, it might not, and you guys think it should. But BioNTech is on that list. BNTX here, and oddly enough, up. I didn't realize how strong a day this had. I didn't realize this was up 12%. But
wasn't there Pfizer buying that one place?
There was a Pfizer play buying somebody else.
Yeah, I wonder
but this got to 185 and plunged $2 here right at the imbalances. I didn't see it on the locator, but that is a heck of a move right when the imbalances came out. So maybe a small sell imbalance that came through. But yeah, BNTX already on the move. They report on Monday. So that should be one to watch as well. Shouldn't have slept on that. That's like this and Palantir are pretty much the ones we'll be looking for. And yeah, there you go. Take-Two as well. We'll throw that one in there as well.
Yeah, why not? All right, so just quickly there on Palantir. Palantir, lots of size. This should be a fun one again. I'm not going to sit here and call what they're going to do because you saw DoorDash come out with what was a good report and then get faded all day. So Palantir should be exciting. The reason why, it's kind of already, where's my daily chart on Palantir? Here it is. We only have a minute and a half left. So the reason why I think Palantir has a lot of opportunity to be pretty exciting is we've already broken above this level. So if there's some sort of news that, I don't know, I mean, they get contracts all the time. Let's just see where it takes them. But this is a big time opportunity. I think we could settle around 14 and change if there's a big move. So that would give it about $3, which would be that 20 to 30%, which has been pretty typical for some of these names. So just watch out. It could also, if it also cracks back down below this 11, then you could be in trouble back here to 9. So either way, we'll be here for you guys on Monday looking at all of these plays. So should be an exciting one with now, Neil, only 30 seconds left in what was a pretty eventful day, needless to say.
Yeah, I mean, look, AMC was unreal. Let's be honest. It was just quote levitation and absolute pure momentum. It was unbelievable. It'll be the trade of the day. Obviously, we're going to have to talk about an AMC move. But on that Palantir, just one last note before we get to Tony. Snowflake is in the midst of a breakout. A Palantir beats. This is probably going to be a good sympathy play as well on Monday. But Tony's on the bell. It's Friday. Have some fun. Enjoy it. See the dance off there in 4, 3, 2, and...
Shit.
Like
Those
he
were the
does.
sick moves right there.
Always, man.
Yeah,
Always.
now I've got FOMO. I got to go grab some dance lessons as well. That was pretty sick. We should have had Steph ring the bell. Why didn't we have that? But okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I mean, it was a fantastic day here, obviously, as 4 o'clock hits. The madness has finally come to an end, and we'll be back here on Monday. But Brendan, how did we wind up here on all these major markets?
It started choppy, it ends choppy, guys. We had the big move down off the jobs report. Didn't really do much after that, kind of back and forth. End the day down 0.7 here for the NASDAQ, the Dow 0.2, S&P 0.09. Basically a flat week, a little up, a little down, but overall basically a flat week again. A ton to come next week. Brand new week ahead video coming out on Sunday, guys. We'll get you set for next week on Monday. CPI, the big one, obviously, Wednesday next week.
Ether with the strong move. I don't know if we talked much about that. We didn't look at much Coinbase either, but yeah, Ether with a good move there. It wasn't necessarily a positive day for the NASDAQ, but hey, we did end with the market moving to the upside. There's at least that. So it wasn't a free fall Friday.
Put that
He's geared up,
yeah,
man.
He's all geared up.
Geared up.
It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, thanks for everything. Thanks to Eric, man. We really appreciate all the super chats that always come through. So, Eric, thanks for a great week and all the good reads, man. You enjoy the weekend yourself, Eric. So thank you so much for that one. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're really proud to have introduced Stephanie, obviously, to you guys today. And she'll be a regular now on our closing show. So more to come on that. And yeah, we're just really excited for everything coming this weekend. I've got a few plans. What are you doing?
It's pretty much the usual for us. Like, we're going to do a little bit of hiking. The Jays are out of town, so I can't go to a ball game there. My daughter wants to do this experiment that I've been putting off that we'll see, because it's, I don't know, I'll tell you after. Essentially, it's one of these like exploding.
I was going to say, does it involve blowing something up?
Yeah,
I mean,
it really does, and it's whatever. She saw it on a Netflix thing, and I'm like, we have to do it in the field, so I have to plan it out, but she's been killing me to do that, and we'll see if we can do it. And she wants to make this thing called oobleck. It's like you know what that is?
Isn't it?
It's like this
slime.
It's like this slimy thing you can make at home. So she wants to do that as well.
I have like 5 Tupperwares full of that stuff.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
Now.
It's an easy.
Oh, here's a tip: do not let her put glitter or anything in it, because it gets all over. It doesn't stay. It gets all over your hands. Trust me, my kids do that, and I just throw it in the garbage. So don't.
See.
Veteran over here, Brendan.
I love that I said oobleck. He's like, I know exactly
about.
that. Kids love that stuff. So, you know.
Honestly, but yeah, no, Brendan. Any plans on your side? You going to like the Caribbean or anything?
Spain? I don't know.
Wait, maybe. No, definitely not. No, very quiet. Gonna stick around the city. Gonna, hang out, relax. Needed, much needed.
Yes, much needed. That was a wild week, needless to say. So, hey, for everybody here at Trader TV Live, especially the 3 of us here, I see Katrine, thanks for all your hard work. Thanks to Mark, who's been going crazy. Thanks to Lucas, great to have Lucas back. Thanks to Fahad, wherever he is. I think he's out bowling in the back, trying to do some new moves out there. He gone. Thanks to Trader Pratt. Thanks to Maggie. Thanks to Liz. Thanks to Luca today. Thanks to Brankles in the back. I mean, I feel bad calling him Brankles. I mean, is he okay with that?
It's his trader name.
Okay, he's down, okay. Thanks to Brankos for that one as well. Thanks to Steph. I mean, I think we've done the whole board here. Thanks to Arun, who's in the building. Is Arun, when's he leaving? Anyways.
He's gone, I think he's gone
Monday? Is it Monday? So have a great trip, Arun, to everybody there as well. So, safe travels to him as well. But hey, that's it. We're done. It's the weekend, baby. And everybody enjoy it. For all of us here at Trader TV Live, that's Neil, that's Brendan, this is me, Sean. Take it easy, and we'll see you back at 8:30 on Monday. Ciao, guys.